here blessing us tonight. We have 2 special guests tonight too. So so we're gonna like make our first segment pretty quick. So because we have both of our guests are here actually. One is downstairs about to be coming up. But how was your week, Mac?
My week was pretty good. Productive as usual. I be having to think back. A lot of shit be a blur, especially from the weekend coming on to Sunday. Now Sundays be. They were pretty productive though. The end of the day.
If you guys haven't checked out Mac's Sunday Soul Brunch over at Studio 183, you gotta do it. You might not remember it the next day, but
right. Gotta look at my Snapchat.
Yeah, I was gonna say look at your videos the next day and see what happened.
Yeah, how was your week?
You know, my week was really crazy. I'm moving, hence no nails. You know, packing and editing things. You know, getting rid of a lot of things, and I realized that my 12-year-old is a fucking hoarder. Like, she really is a mini hoarder. And it's crazy, like, for real, legit, she was blocking things, crying for things. We were playing tug of war for things that were size 2T. I don't know if you know that, that's like a toddler or little baby shit. Like, what are you trying to keep this for? Like a memory? I don't get it. But she was like, it can still fit. I'm telling you. She was really wilding. Like, 2T, like for real. And the next day, her room, she had so much stuff that it was a 2-day project for us. And the next day, my other daughter found stuff hidden. She had gone into like the donate bags and she took things out. And she was hiding them back in her room overnight. Yeah, London is out of control. A fucking hoarder, man. I don't know.
Already, right?
Yeah, already. So we were like, damn, yo, she might be the youngest one. So this is real crazy. But other than that, my highlight of my week though was definitely the verses.
Oh yeah. I can't
yeah, last night. I mean, you know, we had already did our own Keisha Cole Ashanti verses over in Tulum. And Keisha Cole won back then, as she should have, but
well, how you feel now?
I feel like last night she just didn't, I don't know, the energy wasn't there. I just feel like she didn't come through the way I expected her to come through. She even ended her last song with a new joint. Like, even though the joint was good, both of their new songs were good, I don't think she should have ended her last song with a new joint because nobody knows it. The feeling is not there, the emotion, the nostalgia, like, everything that we were feeling through love and trust and all those other songs, Let It Go, nobody was feeling that energy, and Ashanti came with something that was like, you know, right, you kick. Like, it was just over. So, I don't know. I mean, I love both of their music, though, so it was a win-win for me anyway.
Yeah, it was good to see them in there playing music. I'm pretty sure for the younger generation to get re-familiar with their music, so.
Yeah, even though they be thinking, they be knowing. I don't know, I hate that. I hate it. That's one of my pet peeves. Like, you don't even know, for real.
You really don't know.
Keisha Cole ain't help you through no breakup. You in diapers. I don't even think you was born. No, I'm just kidding. But, no, it gets like that when I hear them talking and stuff like that. But that's what it is. But that was really the gist of my week.
I mean, because it got canceled twice, so.
It got canceled, yeah. I saw a meme that says, I'm over it, I'm in a different place in my life. I felt like that. I honestly, at first, was like, I'm over it. I'm not even going to the watch party. Then I was like, as the momentum was building up that day, I was like, nah, I gotta see this. Because it's just all my shit. I knew every song they played, I was going to know. I knew it was just going to be like, just everything for me.
There was a couple I didn't know, but for the most part, I knew the majority.
Yeah, well, Ashanti played some song that I had never heard, her with Pac, right? I was like, where'd that come from? That was some hidden gem or whatever. But, you know, other than that, I think there was a song that I didn't realize was like a Keisha Cole song. But other than that, yeah, I think it was just like great for me. I don't know. I felt the energy was just beautiful last night at Bar Idol. Yeah, shout out to Bar Idol and Freezy and everybody, E-Class. Everybody. Yeah, for having you host that last night because that was great. But I'm definitely ready for tomorrow night. I don't know. I'm going to try to stay sober tonight. Well, not sober, but keep it light tonight. Tomorrow, I got to be all my bearings together for the Salt and Pepper biopic. Yeah, I can't wait to see that, yo. I think it's going to be really good.
It's going to be some stuff.
They went through so much shit, and
it's going to be some stuff that you get to learn about probably both of them, too.
Yeah, well, you know, I remembered, because that's my era, I remember them having a different spin in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I remember this spin that we all know coming in later. And they did an interview with the Breakfast Club this week. I think it was like 2 days ago. No, yesterday actually. And they were talking about that because Spin, the one that we all know and or whatever, she sued them.
Right.
Like, how does that? I don't know. Like, I wondered how they felt about it, and they were talking about it. They were very open about it. I thought they were gonna be mad. They were like they had felt it coming. They knew she was coming. They coming with it because she felt like she was owed so much more, but she wasn't Salt and Pepper. It's like you were the add-on. You were an addition. You are not that brand.
Right.
So I heard where they were coming from, because initially I think when I was like, oh, everybody knows Spin is down with Salt and Pepper, I get it. But I didn't think she deserved a cut or equity of their brand, but the judge saw it their way, they claim. So,
they are.
Yeah.
They can continue to do a lot of shows and not have that.
Not have her at all, yeah.
And they do.
But they're open. What I love that their energy, they were open to like future projects. If she's open or whatever, they're open. It's always the ones that
got a lot
win.
of history though, so they're
it's always the ones that come out on top that be ready to open and forget. Yeah, you ever want to do something, bitch. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I can't wait.
I feel like you'll learn a lot more about both of them. Just I know that personally.
Yeah.
So it's a lot that I already know. So that's why I'm kind of waiting to see, and a lot more people learn like a lot more about them and what they actually been through. So I can't wait to see it.
I know. I hope they go into the whole, Tretch and Pep.
They will probably.
Oh, good. I hope they go into it, not because, I think it's interesting that all the allegations that she has against
I feel like
her,
they were the first hip-hop couple.
That's what it is that I want to see, like, how they got together and all that. I think that was dope, because to me back then, I thought that was fly as fuck.
Pep is pretty rowdy. So they might show that side, they might not. But she's a little more rowdy than y'all probably would.
Nah, I think I can see that.
Okay.
I can see she ratchet as fuck. In a good way though. Like it's fun to hang out with. Yeah. That's gonna be us in 10 years.
Right. Out of those two, she's the party one out of them.
Yeah, no, definitely. I can tell that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell.
And she's
so is real calm and laid back.
And Pep is more into like that whole thug life and everything too. So you might see that on there too, like how they're different, but they get along really.
Yeah.
Like they get along, but they're different.
That's what they were saying. Like they don't think that they could have been in a band or a group with similar people to themselves, of course.
Yeah,
because
they're different.
Two wild outs that don't want to hold each other accountable. It's crazy, but no, that's what I'm excited with. But I think we should wrap up this first segment.
Okay.
A little early today for this first segment because we have our first guest here.
Okay.
We're gonna wait to introduce him when we come back, right?
No, that's fine.
All right.
Alright.
We're gonna take a minute break, y'all. Take us out. Welcome to Mac Meeka Live! Yeah!
Dropping the bomb.
Cheer. Shout out to Nothing Shirley, everybody coming through.
Alright, so we want to break.
Late and shit, but okay.
Yeah, y'all clocks broke.
They got their shit set to the what's this, spring forward? I don't know. But daylight savings. Well, let's bring up our first guest.
Our first guest is in the building. We're gonna bring him up right now.
I think everybody knows who he is. He really doesn't need an introduction, but we're gonna give him one. So you gotta do it.
It's our homie Raz B. Come up here, Raz B.
Raz B.
Yeah, y'all feel me? Clap this shit.
Yeah,
oh, snap. What up, Bigo?
What up, Bigo?
Shout out to Bigo right here.
Listen.
And everything. So today on the show.
So look.
No, that's mine.
I always put mine mixed in there too.
Oh, snap. We should have make it. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming out. God bless everybody in here. God is good. We made it through 2020.
2021. Yeah. We made it through 2020.
Right? Just keep it going.
It was funny is that me and you really connected on Bigo. I'm going live on Bigo.
Yes, Bigo is lit. What up, y'all? We actually met on Bigo. We actually had a battle.
Wait,
Yeah, we had
you won.
PK. You ended up winning. But Mika helped me too.
Oh, you was dropping?
I was the number one giver.
She was.
I'm not on Bigo anymore.
I was like losing the whole time to the end, and like the last part, I came up and I won at the end.
Nah, Bigo is late.
Wait, time out. I have to ask you a question now that we bring that up. So Bigo, for those of you guys in here that aren't familiar, it's just, you know, it's an app, social app or whatever. But, you know, your fans can gift you and give you stuff. And so a PK is called play or kill, right? So basically you go head to head with somebody. You have 20 minutes and all your fans and friends and whoever, like, you know, your alliances can gift you, but you have to gift in that 20 minutes, and the one with the most gifts, and then monetary gifts too, wins, right? So Raspy goes up against Mac. Now Mac is
like,
new to the
app,
right? Raz has like 2 million fans at the time, right? He was killing them, right? And Mac's like, yo, I got a PK against Raz fucking me. I said, wait, but we were just talking about how lit they were on here.
Right.
I was like, I don't know, Mac. I don't know. My pockets is heavy, but
like,
they
come on,
heavy.
y'all.
I don't know. He was getting like $2,000 gifts dropped on him. It's like real crazy at the time. So we were talking about it, we were nervous, and then it comes, and I said, well, I'm gonna just do my part, you know, pop my collar, you know, I'm a boss.
You did.
And I have to know, did you, how surprised were you that he just came out of nowhere, and he won by a little at the end?
Well, he had a sniper, you know.
Yeah.
That's me.
He had a few snipers, so anytime I'm going head to head with anyone, I never assume that I'm going to win. I just try to prepare to make sure I got my alliances ready. And that day, I was not.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, he's like, there's no way he thought that Mac would, because at the time,
my friends are competitors too, so they were like,
what?
Yeah, I was.
Yes.
So I didn't have a big following yet.
Yeah,
so
Mac didn't even have a big following. Like,
but my friends are super competitive. I'm like,
crazy.
listen, I can't get blown out. Like they were like, nah, we.
Yo, Mac put me under pressure, guys. You know, y'all know Mac. It was B Mac like that day. Yeah. He was like, yo, you got me. I was like,
what's good?
If I did it, I got you now. Shit.
Right.
Like, I was scared.
No, it came out.
But it was, you know, it was crazy. We were like, I ain't gonna lie, we was on a high after that. We were like, yeah, you won.
But then that's how we connected.
And that's good. And I'm glad. Oh, he didn't see you. He was trying to get that. But I'm glad y'all connected. I'm glad you guys had that PK, because now you're here and you're, you know, blessing us with your presence.
I'm happy to be here. Actually, I came up here for like 2 days to do some business, and I'm loving Florida.
And I realized that because even when I talked to you after the PK, you were in like Jersey or something doing business there. So you move around. You handle your business. And I
haven't been on in 4 months.
Damn.
Yeah, I just I brokered a deal for an electric car company. I don't even put all my business out there, but the name of the company is called MIMSMotorsUSA.com. You guys may want to get your shares. Electric car company. Yeah, check it out.
You heard that, right?
Yeah, electric car. Charge up our Wi-Fi. MIMSMotorsUSA.com. Check it out, everybody. Them shares are going to be worth a whole lot.
I said people need to buy some stock in that.
Yeah, I told y'all.
Okay. Listen, I'm glad you just said that, because my dad is a retired stockbroker, so he always tells me, like, let me know any technology stuff that, you know, you guys are up on before, and I always forget to tell him, so he's always missed out, like, on Facebook and those kind of, like, savvy things or whatever. Now that he's retired, you know?
Now you got to get in early, so when them shares, you got to get in early, so when them shares go up, man. Yeah,
so I feel like
Mims Motors.
So I feel like you're like
Mims
almost
Motors.
like Spectacular, because I know he.
Oh, Spectacular is like dope, yeah.
You know, conducting a lot of business. I remember he came to me a while ago about like the Facebook stuff and all that as well.
Right.
So y'all are basically like really business minded. So
shout out to
in y'all group, y'all probably were more of the business mind, I guess, in a lot of things, right?
Right. Shout out to Spectacular and Pretty Ricky, my brothers. I would definitely say he's one of the businessmen out of the group, and I am too. Like, a little background about me. I grew up in the business, so I was very privileged to learn a lot and work under a bunch of different mentors. One being Michael Jackson, which is pretty cool. Cool story for y'all and everybody at home watching. Is he asked me, who owns the name B2K? So without saying too much, you know, I started doing some research, and I was waiting for the trademark to expire. And when it did, I made sure I wouldn't copy it for me and my brothers. And that's how we was able to do the Millennium Tour, because you got to prepare a place for it. And I found the money too.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah. You gotta be about that business. You take care of your business take care of you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've always learned.
That's what's up. I always admire, like, we're athlete related people. Like, I'm just around it, but he is an athlete.
Well, you was married to it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm around it, but at the end of the day, I think because stereotypically athletes and entertainers have this like dumb, stigma about them.
I don't know. I feel like
stigma around.
I feel like more they say athletes they do.
No, they do, but
entertainers
they're spoiled and they're divos and divas and they're not like nobody. They don't know the business. That's pretty much it is. Okay. You guys have the dumb that thing around you guys. So but I think that's why I've always really, really appreciated and respected when I see athletes and entertainers like doing business things outside and just being smart, making smart moves. Like a friend of ours, Edgerrin James, and like he's like, it's wow. He definitely, if he's not like the picture person for, looks are deceiving. He's just like this real fast.
And I'm gonna tell you about him too, because he had the dreads, he had the goals and all that, so they always put him in one way. But he went to my college, and I also hung with him. Like when he got in the league, he always would school me, and he was somebody who didn't watch TV. He was like, TV wanted to make you think one way. He said he took me to the bookstore, and I would have never thought being around him like
from gold teeth to gold jacket. That's what
right. Now he's in the Hall of Fame.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
But like me being around him, I didn't ever look at that. He was in like all the music videos. He was in Shut Up, all that. Like I felt like it was just wild for to do. But me and him actually started kicking it. Like when I first got in the league, and we was hanging out for a day. He took me to the bookstore and was like, "You buy this book, read this, start watching as much TV. It's gonna persuade your thinking and just really learn and like get knowledge." And I'm like, "What?" Like you know what I mean? But he's the one who got me to have a daily planner. He plans out his whole year. Like I was like, "Damn, okay, I can't do my year yet." He says nothing changes. Holidays always holidays, birthdays always birthdays, school season is this, like everything's always gonna be the same, so you just fill in it. I'm like, damn. So I do it like per month, or I'm like, the month is the most I've done. You know what I'm saying? I can't do the whole year. I can't. I might have a commitment issue. I might have a commitment problem. Like, I'm not gonna commit myself to this. Like, we got some schedule.
Listen, but no, shout out to Edgerrin James. Like, I swear he's like the GOAT when it comes to that. But my whole point is that I really love to see that. I love to see you guys breaking barriers and making it known that now I'm not just here for you to like dance to my music or make babies and do whatever. Right. I'm here to entertain you for the game or whatever. I'm here to show you that like I'm about to make this check really.
You can make it. You just gotta figure out how to keep it.
That will make this check work for me. Make this check work for me. Like 50 said, you're not really making money until the money's being made while you're not working. Right. Yeah. He said, if I'm out there doing a show just to make money, the money, I'm working hard for that. Like, I'm not making it. So I love to see that. You and Spectacular are definitely like, him from Pretty Ricky. That it's just amazing. And he was just awarded like best businessman for something, right?
I believe so.
I
can't wait to see you doing that. That's what's up, because Mims is about to blow up. And what else do you have going on? Because I know you just told me on the low, he was like, I got a lot of shit in the works.
And then
what can you talk about?
Some music too, I believe.
Yeah, I don't want to catch my pearls among swine, but I'm definitely still active in the music business. A lot behind the scenes. I have quite a few artists that I'm working with, brokering different deals for different people. Because when you have a platform, there's a lot of crazy deals that come on our table. Mm-hmm. So I just like to broker them deals. One project I'm really excited about, I've been working on for about 2 years. It's a documentary about my life.
Okay.
Wow.
So my life has been documented since I was a kid. So I feel like I want to peel back some different layers and allow for people to get a chance to really know Raz and see the same reason why they fell in love with my group at a young age and what I'm doing now, some of the trials and tribulations that I've been through. Right. Cool projects being directed by Travis Payne. Travis, I hope you know. I'm not mad because we ain't put up an official press release, but Travis Payne signed on to it. Travis Payne is known for working with Michael Jackson. He produced This It. He did choreography for Scream, so very credible, talented individual. So I'm happy that he's joined forces with me to help me produce and bring my vision to life. The project has been greenlit. It's entitled Full Disclosure, and I actually recorded my album here about a year ago in one of these studios. It should have been here.
Circle?
I don't know what's
or Hit Factory?
Either Hit Factory or I think we did. Was it Hit Factory or Mix Masters or something?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We moved around from a few different studios, but I just flew everybody out, made sure everybody was real comfortable, and I was able to put together a body of work pretty much my story, my testimony. I know a lot of people get into this business and they see the hype and stuff, but you know, going through this business, you have to realize that God has put you in a position, gave you a platform to lead the masses, to speak to the masses. So, and the sheep know the shepherd's voice. So I feel like God has given me a voice, and you know, I want to continue to use it to push the human race forward. So the project is called For Disclosure, the documentary is called For Disclosure, and the album is called For Disclosure. And you know, marketing an album or music takes a lot of money, everybody out there. Don't get me wrong, you can put some stuff out, it can pop, but you know, I'm a little spoiled. I come from an era when, you know, when we had crazy budgets, you know what I'm saying? So at 15, having a multi-million-dollar deal really allowed for, you know, B2K to have the marketing dollars to be put in the forefront. So what I'm gonna do is take this distribution money and this documentary money and promote my album simultaneously.
Okay, then that's dope.
Yeah, good vibes.
I don't know if you know, but I had did a little something in the music business.
What you do?
Be major.
Yeah, so introduction to Marcus Cooper, I'm the co-executive producer.
Oh, word?
I ain't know if you knew that. You didn't know that, did you?
Nah, what?
Yeah, so Pleasure Peace whole project, solo project.
Exactly.
That's me. I had out the group. He was in the group. We're going through it, and I'm
Excuse
who.
me, Brian is Grammy nominated.
Yeah, guy. Grammy certificates and all. So I kind of know. I know the little music.
He not gonna do his part, but here I go. Toot.
And then
That's my dude.
I guess I can somewhat say and/or some songs because like on Kim's last project with Rick Ross, I connected them, and same thing with Young Miami. And then with Trina, I put her and Kelly Price together, so I helped connect, you know, different people who are friends of mine. I'm like, okay, and I put them together.
So Mac has a really great musical ear. Like it is really, really good. I always thought that I had a good one, but like he has a really, really, really good one. And we were driving down to, where were we going? Where's John from again?
Sebring.
Yeah, we were driving down to Sebring a couple months ago, right? And he was just like putting me on to some of the artists and different songs. That, and it was like, okay, yeah, you definitely some underground stuff. And I was like, okay. Because a lot of times,
you like everything.
No, Pleasure's R&B. So you know, I did R&B, I do rap. I even listen to like rock. I listen to like a little bit of everything. So you know.
Actually, Pleasure just sent me a record, which is fire.
I sent him a record called Atlantic that he put out.
Oh, I didn't check that one out. Pleasure's dope, but his writing skills, he's just a monster, bro.
Yeah.
See, listen, you gotta connect with Mac because he has some songs.
No,
Some
we
song
Some
producers.
writers.
Wait, what you don't know is Hitmaker used to work with me.
Oh, shit.
So if you ever pay attention, Youngberg. So if you ever pay attention, like he shout out him Rico Love at a certain point for helping him get to where he's at, because when he worked for me, that was his period of time of crafting what he's doing now. Because he was, I have moved him to Miami and he was working for me, and that's what helped him realize, like, damn, instead of being an artist, I should do this. And I was like, yeah, you probably should. And now he's doing that. So so I took Trina to the studio last year with him. And
that was who I was talking about.
Yeah, she knocked out about 5 or 6 songs with him that ain't been out yet, but he did that on the strength of me, so I had to go sit in the studio with both of them because I'm the connection between the two. No, you know what I'm saying? So
that's fire.
He's like, they see each other, but they like, but Mac. So it's like I had to come in the studio, and we in that bitch till like 6 in the morning.
Studio invite Mac.
You been in the studio for a long time.
I'm only in the studio with some underground people.
It turns into a vibe.
So like up and comers, like I need to be.
Shout out to Hitmaker, yo. I mean,
yeah.
The dude is fire. I mean, his solo music was fire. His production is even more crazier, you know, and his writing is phenomenal. So shout out to Hitmaker. I would love to get in the studio with him. Wink, wink.
Right. Let me know.
What up, nigga?
Yeah.
But some of the producers that he still work with is some of the same ones that was around when he was working with me. Like Ayo and all them, they all was around back. This is back in like 2011, 12, 13. They was around back then, and just now his platform built up.
Crazy. Did he do a record for Rihanna too? Recently?
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
But then you also,
that got places everywhere.
But also the guy Rook Monroe who
That's what I was talking about, Rook.
Yeah, Rook. So Rook is a writer, and Rook is somebody that I linked Trina with, but then I'm the one who linked Trina with Tory Lanez. Right.
Oh, nice.
So, but Rook is ended up writing for Rihanna as well, Desperado, Usher Downtown.
He can connect with Rook. I'm telling you, there's some songs. I think I heard some songs.
Right.
I can hear Raz B doing that Rook wrote. I'm telling you, he had some dope.
No, Rook is dope.
Yeah, like Rook is dope.
Yeah,
so I
did
definitely have an
that
ear.
Usher joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I try to say, like, because of me being an athlete, a lot of athletes don't have ear, they just spend the money on their friend. And their friend is terrible, but they just try to support their friend and push their friend. Is like, but this ain't really good.
Right.
Like, you don't really have an ear, you just have the budget.
And let me tell you something. I know firsthand. Mac don't care if he your friend or your friend.
It ain't good. It ain't good.
Is not here for it. He actually, I think you're harder on.
I can help make it good.
Friend.
Let me sit in here with you and help guide you a little bit. But we not finna just put out anything. I'm not just gonna waste money and connections on just putting out mediocre.
You can't waste your resources, man.
Yeah. So let's sit in here. Let's talk about it.
I want to switch gears a little bit. I know here at Mac Meeka Live, we like to talk about a lot of he versus she, and I want to ask you a question. Let's talk about B2K. I know Omarion and Fizz. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but April, Omarion's kid's mom, has started dating Fizz, and it was like a whole thing. They were trying to go back. You guys were trying to go back on tour, the Millennium Tour, right?
Everyone's perception is different.
Okay, but I was just saying, damn. And for me, I was on the outside looking in. I was like, I wonder how the other members feel. Like, is Fizz fucking up the money? Like, I don't know how it goes. So now we have a member here, and I get to ask him, like, what did you think of that situation? Like, could you do that, or like, just let me just pass the mic.
Funny.
She's Wendy Williams out of us.
Where do I go with this? Lord, give me
You want to
the
go
words.
full disclosure?
No, that's cool. I'll give you a little something. I personally think that the fact that we haven't been around each other in so many years, we're grown and mature. When you're young and you're a kid, and you got our friends and we try to figure it out. But when you're, this is man's baby mama. I don't know if that was something that stemmed from when they were kids, and it was kind of like, tit for tat. But I know those two always liked the same girl.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, Jennifer Freeman, shout out to Jennifer Freeman.
Oh, yeah,
But, she was the lead in a few of our videos, and Amari, but, Fizz was already smashing. Oops, did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Edit that. They were dating. I'm assuming they were smashing. But,
She's a good girl.
No, they were dating.
She met Earl Watson. She was a good girl.
They were dating. Me personally, I have a great relationship with Omarion and his family, and I would never do nothing like that to my brother.
Right.
It just sucks that it happened, but it does happen in real life, and I feel like if big guys will, they can talk it out. But I don't want to point the finger at anyone. I just kind of feel like it takes two to tango.
Right.
But I feel like April probably knew better. So maybe that was something she was trying to get back at Amari for. Because Amari's Amari's a very intelligent dude. He's a wise brother. He's been through a lot in this industry, you know what I'm saying? He's still doing this thing. So shout out to O and his family. Shout out to Orion as well.
Did it make anything awkward though with y'all being on tour with that going on? Like was things awkward?
Me and Amari shared a room. Book and Fish shared a room at times, and then we all eventually had our own room. So it was awkward the whole time because I haven't been around my boys in years. I was in China for about 7 years, and I just got back. I've been about 2.5 years now, and it was like, "What's your buha?
I don't know what he said, but okay.
Nah, I just said I speak a little bit, not that well, but so it was weird. The whole experience was weird because watching us and how tight we were as kids, and then growing up and seeing that there was really some differences there. I really feel that Amari was in a place to where him having kids now, he's like, I don't want to perform R. Kelly songs anymore.
Okay.
So I respect that. And then if you have issues with some of the members of the group, I feel like your peace and sanity is worth more than money.
Right.
Even though the tour grossed $28 million, we all did very well off the tour.
Right.
And it was a great memory. We made history. It sucks that we didn't get a B2K album. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see what happens in the future. But to answer your question, I think that shit was fucked up.
Okay.
Damn. I missed it for the camera, guys. You saw me looking for my phone. I was trying to catch something. Little snippet.
It is what it is. But we are human. You know what I mean? So forgive and move on.
No, I feel you. So. Okay, I was just wondering, like,
right. No, that was really the big question was like, did it feel like awkward? I mean, well, one, could you have done that? Like you said, nah, but then was it awkward, and how did you feel like, damn, was there an energy like, man, Fizz, you fucked up the money because, but if not, 28 million, or you didn't fuck up anything?
I think that was going on before the tour. I think, you know, the networks really took it and ran with it, and I mean, that's some corny shit.
Okay.
Wouldn't y'all agree? Some corny shit, right?
Y'all interact like
they normally do. I think they don't want to even like touch that subject. They're like, hey, y'all.
There's probably someone that did it.
They all doing it right now, except for Nico, guys. Except for shout out to Nico in the building.
That's crazy.
The rest of them ain't shit. Myself included. I really ain't. But no. Like I said, Raz has to go, but I want you to tell everybody, you know, where they can follow you if they're not following you already. And you're not on Bigo anymore like that, right?
I'm still on Bigo.
Oh, okay.
I just been focused on it.
Well, we need to like have an alliance. Like, I feel like we supposed to have one after that whole.
Right.
But it never.
He ain't gonna fuck with you.
I hit him up. Wish him happy birthday.
Yeah.
It's cool now. I'm in the city and I'm here.
Yeah.
I look forward
We saw you the other day.
Where?
We saw you at
Bar Island like last
week or something.
Was like
On
Saturday.
the beach at the Lickin'.
It's next door to the Lickin'. But you had walked past us already.
You walked past us. You came from like the back, and I was like, "That's Raz B."
But you already went by when she told me, and I was like, "Damn."
Nah, it's a vibe out here. Like it's peaceful.
It is.
I mean, I'm working on a project and I have no distractions. I mean, you know, it's actually.
I was gonna say, you look distracted as you walked through that club. I'm gonna tell you that. There was a lot going on. That's the day everybody was twerking, going crazy.
Yeah.
What were we there for?
It was like a football game.
Okay, yeah. No, it wasn't the fight.
Definitely got
missed that
got
one.
your brunch.
Oh, it was the Redskins. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
The Ravens. Oh yeah, you got
No,
check.
I wasn't there for the Ravens game. It was the Redskins game was on. I think it was the old Ashanti battle. And they
we were supposed to be. Yeah.
Speaking of that, what did y'all think about the battle last night? Cause I definitely can tell you what I thought about shit.
Let's hear what you thought about it.
Alright, well since I got the mic right now. I personally feel that big moment in history for us to celebrate their talents, celebrate their music. I felt that whatever was stopping Keisha from getting there, you know what I mean? However she got there, I'm just happy that she made it. I just feel like she should have been on time, but we don't know what happened behind closed doors.
I heard you didn't hear the.
What's the rumor? We'll find out.
He said that he was there.
He said that her camera was foggy, and then the sound was bad, and she wanted everything to be right before she. Until everything was fixed.
So it was fixed. Not her style.
That's what her DJ said.
Her DJ said it.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta give face. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, at least show that you're here. Like, you know what I mean? Show that you're present.
We working everything out.
Right. We have a little difficulty, something.
Get you an iRig. I don't know if they have an iRig. I don't know if they had a TC Helicon. Like, make it lit. They had all this time to figure it out. I'm not blaming anybody.
Again, Keisha is the B-Mac. And you gotta remember, the B-Mac is not here for the book. I'm not explaining shit. You know I'm the star right now. Like, why I'm sitting out fixed.
They're both Libras, so that's why she's saying that, because I'm a Libra too. So what my Libra said was B-Mac, and then you got Bryant, which Ashanti's personality was more Bryant's personality, and then
but
B-Mac.
But she got the pettiness too, y'all saw it too.
But it's going to be like nice.
Yeah, she's real passive aggressive.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of, it felt like there was, and I didn't even know.
They're both Libras, so they're both going to.
Before or whatever. But it seemed to be a lot of underlying tension. It seemed to be very passive aggressive.
Well, to me, it seemed like Ashanti's spirit was vibing all the way. You know what I'm saying? She was locked in, and I just felt like Keisha was trying to find her moment, and I think she did. And I'm happy that she was able to get into the groove.
Well, you remember she kept saying like, I don't know, I'm mean mugging. Like, I'm singing these songs, so I don't know my face is looking like this, you know? So, I mean, that's
she
plays
said
a part
that even in the middle. She said, I got to smile. They said that I'm not smiling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's done now. It's in history. I just feel like people should respect.
We want to see
we got.
B2K and Pretty Ricky soon, or somebody like
that. Would be crazy.
Yeah,
that would be really good.
That would.
That would be nice. I don't see that happening though.
I was gonna say you gotta get the photo in the room.
Nah, let me tell you this. I don't know.
That would be dope though.
B2K may be done. For real.
You know,
that would be really good.
I
I mean, you seen Gucci and Jeezy, they were
Right. So you never know.
That was a little.
That was deep.
Contentious too, but.
No, B2K needs some counseling.
Okay.
I think they needed some too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Probably put on some boxing gloves. You know what I'm saying?
They needed some
too. Get the frustration out.
They needed security. It was kind of crazy.
That's a whole nother interview. But I would love to come back when this documentary comes so we can get
absolutely.
I would love, because full disclosure, first of all, I'm excited about the name itself, that and the album, so we can't wait for that. And where can they find your Instagram? It's just your name?
RazB_B2K. And I got a new single out featuring Cassidy. It's called NDA. You gotta sign that non-disclosure.
I'm dying on it. Oh, no.
You gotta sign that non-disclosure before you get to full disclosure.
Okay, well, I'm downloading that. That's me.
Yeah, it's coming.
I always support. That's just, I'm 100% a supporter. So thanks for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Raz, like, yo, I'm really appreciative of
and let me know when you back on Bigo.
I know you busy.
Yeah,
He gotta be in and out, guys. Shout out to Raz B.
Thanks for having me.
Thank y'all.
God bless.
And giving us full disclosure today. Keeping it 100%.
I ain't give y'all shit, really.
Listen, you did.
I like it.
A little something.
I'm controversial.
The rest you just gotta buy in his music.
I'm feeling
I'm here for it.
it's time to stop giving away my content for free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I ain't got no budget, so I ain't got no check to buy.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, see you soon.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break, y'all, and we're gonna come back with our next guest, Raheem. Razor Raheem. Have your abs cut the fuck up. All right, welcome back to Mac Meeka Live.
Clap, Marvell.
I feel like, listen.
Thank you.
Okay, always coming through, showing love.
You do.
Shout out to Chanel. Liz is here.
Liz.
I feel like every commercial break we got some new people coming in here. Like y'all gotta come on time. Guys,
Shirley.
we shout out Shirley Max.
Barber.
Shirley, see what they did? All right. But we have another guest.
Yep. So we're gonna talk.
Wait, hold on. Wait, let me hold it myself before you.
Okay.
All right. All right, you got about 5 seconds to introduce him.
Health and fitness. Cause everybody trying to get fit, you know, especially top of the year. So we're gonna bring our homeboy up, Raheem
Chatman, let's go! Clap for free, love is free, guys. Look at him, he's covering up the shreddedness. Oh wait, did somebody let out Raz? Oh, he just tried to walk out.
He has to be let out?
Yeah, he has to be let out. He parked inside the garage.
Oh.
All right, thanks DJ L Blaze. Shout out to DJ L Blaze again. He probably out there like fucked up like what? Well, we're gonna share a mic.
So Raheem, tell us about you. Like, how did you get into the whole fitness world? Like,
well, I've always been into fitness, so I played sports my whole life.
I did too, but I wasn't really into like
that.
Queens.
That's right.
Oh, you gonna put it?
Yeah.
Did you know that already?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
New York.
I knew. Yeah. Okay.
Queens Village.
Okay.
Queens Village. Hollis.
Shaky.
Devil.
Alright.
All right.
Who are you? Tell me where you from, Meeka.
We from Springfield.
Yeah. No, Hollis is.
Where we're at?
Queens,
Laurel, where at?
I'm not Laurelton. Don't
What
try
are
to play
you?
me. That's to the left.
Rosedale?
No.
What are you?
I'm
St.
further up.
Albans?
No.
What she said where you at?
I just said Springfield. I'm
Springfield?
Yeah, Springfield's in Jamaica, but I'm in Springfield.
Okay.
I'm dead ass in Springfield. Up and down. Where old Domino, where New York Fried Chicken is.
Okay, cool.
Farmers in Merrick.
They so New York too.
He tried to come to me. He said I came from his Queens Village. Like, Queens Village is fly though. They got nice houses over there.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how did I get into this? Well, I was always, play sports, and I was always into the human body. So at one point, I wanted to be a physical therapist. So I self-taught myself human anatomy and learned about the human body.
Wow.
You know what's funny is I kind of did that too. It's like from just playing. Sorry, but you know, like when you play, I just jumped in. But no, what I'm saying, like playing sports, and then I played for a while. So whenever if I had an injury, I always would ask questions like, well, what does this do? Why does it do that? Because now the body's like a computer. You know what I'm saying? And so I always want to know what is the purpose and like why do you do
very
stuff.
complex machine.
It is. So once you understand your body, you can control it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. And everybody's body operates different. So something that may work for me is not going to work for him and vice versa. You know what I mean? Sorry, go ahead.
Talk about what high school you went to.
Oh, God.
Bayside High School. What high school did you go to?
I'm not going to tell you.
What high school did you go to? Hillcrest?
Yes.
She went to Hillcrest.
Because they always say Hillcrest.
Yes.
Okay, because 7 to 1 girls, fly ass girls though. You know, to every guy. But yeah, that's why I went. That's why I was gonna.
Okay, I didn't want to say it. You know I was gonna say that. I didn't want to say that though.
Okay.
That's funny. All right, I didn't know you was from Queens. I just knew you was from New York. Okay, so now you're going from Queens.
No, the reason why I asked because New York is very diverse, but each borough to me, like, you know, and Raheem could attest to this too, I think. Every borough has their own kind of thing, and I feel like Queens and Harlem are like the flyest. So like you're gonna see like the cleanest, flyest guys in Queens or Harlem.
Okay.
I concur.
Yes. But that's it. I'm not gonna go into any of
Okay.
it or whatever. Shit like that.
Okay, so I feel like you were answering the question, but then it went back to the high school.
Didn't cut off.
Right.
Mac Meeka.
She ready to cut you off again?
No, I was just gonna say, I was trying to give us, you know, I just want to ask that question. But go ahead, anyway.
So we were just talking about your journey into the whole, you know, health and
He don't even
wellness.
remember his name.
All right, my journey is crazy. So I've always been in and out of jail at a young age. I was in group homes.
Queen's life.
I went through Spofford. I went through
Queen's
detention
life.
centers. So at 18, I called it 1 to 3.
What?
1 to 3 years at
1 to 3
18.
years.
Yes. So I came home.
Yes, and Juvie, like, yeah.
Yeah, came home and then
You went to
at
Spofford,
23
that's
I caught my
like a
Fed
real
bid.
rough-
Okay,
At
how long?
23 I caught my Fed bid. I did 4 years.
Okay.
So, you know, I came home. I mean, my whole plan while I was inside was, I had no plan. It was to go back and do what I was doing. And then the day I got out, reality hit me. I was like, yo, I can't do this anymore. You know, fitness has always been my thing. Somebody said, yo, you should be a trainer. So I went into film for about 2 years. Worked in film for 2 years. My homeboy pulled me in there.
So when you say film,
I worked I was a production assistant.
okay.
For about 2 years. My homeboy pulled me in, you know, he had the pull, got me in there.
Mm-hmm.
He said, look, just see there's so many different departments in film. He said, see what you want to do. You understand? You have acting, you have the people that set the stage, you have the cameramen and everything. So he said, figure out what you want to do. I said, I can't do this. Let me go to the fitness side. And then my homeboy, who goes by Slow Bucks, grew up together. So we grew up together. So I came home, he see I changed, he seen me, he said, you know what, he wants to work out.
So you used to be wildin'.
Yeah, very much.
Y'all know his birthday the day before mine.
Oh, that's okay. So now the whole Ashanti makes sense. So Slow was
Slow.
engaged to Shia,
Okay.
which is Ashanti's sister.
Yep.
Oh,
Not
that's
there.
well, y'all don't know is he trained Ashanti for a long time, so
Yes. But the thing is, I never asked him for that favor or
Right.
anything.
Yeah.
He just,
Slow's that kind
Listen,
of guy.
yeah.
He's
Okay.
like, I'm gonna put you on, like.
right.
because we were running around together for a
Okay.
long time. You know, but it was a little gap between me going to jail. I haven't seen him in a while, but he seen what I was into, and he knew that
He
was my
seen
passion.
change and he seen okay, you trying to
I was supposed to train him. That shit was never gonna happen. You know, so he just running around too much. You know how the rappers, they live. So he gave me a shot.
Their
She was
hours,
working hard.
yeah. She's a Libra, so I can see her getting there, working hard, and being.
She
like,
was, and then she was very consistent. It became inconsistent as soon as she started doing more shows and going on tour. Then it was, she's back in 2 days, she does this, she tried, but that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You doing 1 day a week is not going to work.
Yeah. Yeah, you need at least a good 3 to 4 days.
3 days, at least 3 days, yeah.
But I mean, you can't blame her. It's work, you know.
No, I understand.
Right.
I get that.
So that's gonna be her. But yeah. So we know who you were pulling for last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
Right.
Right?
She did it.
She did a thing.
Yeah.
She lost.
She lost.
I really
I think, no, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think that last night based on last night she won.
Yeah.
I still think that.
In my book, she won.
Yeah. I still think that Keisha just didn't do. I had DM, so we did in Mexico. We did our own verses, like I said before you got here, and this is before that it was even a thing that they were gonna do it. It was like literally right after the first one, back in September. Second one back in September, and we were like, Ashanti and Keisha Cole, let's do that verses. And so I was on the Keisha Cole team, and we picked our songs. And two different people, but one person DM'd me and was like, you picked better songs for Keisha than she picked for herself, because out there she won, like she did. And it was just crazy because I just didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see Ashanti.
But Ashanti, I feel like her
and that's why
personality
people
too helped a lot too, like pull people into her personality and how she kind of like.
And I think that Keisha let Ashanti lead. Like even though she started with the first song,
I thought Keisha was leading.
She was supposed to.
I feel like
set
Keisha
the
was.
Tone. That's what I.
Yeah, it was like I feel like Keisha was like making her pull out songs early in the first half, but when the second half came, it just changed.
It was just crazy.
Yeah.
But no, so now we know who you were for, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were DMing me like, "Oh, Ashanti's gonna get fried," so I had to defend that. Like, what? This song here, this song here. So you know, I've always been a fan anyway. It wasn't like I just started training her and I just became a fan.
Yeah.
You know, at a certain part of time, like 2000 exactly. Like, come on,
Right.
Come on, you were singing Ja Rule and Ashanti songs.
Yeah.
You know you were.
Yeah, no, we are. I love both. I said I enjoyed it because that's my era. So I love Keisha Cole and I love the Ashanti song. So I knew I was gonna just be in nostalgia like the whole night. Like every song was gonna be a bop for me. I was gonna be woo, and it was that. We were having such a good time. I feel like it was to me. It's right now to me it was the best verse. I mean, not the energy. But the songs, to me, it was like the best.
And both of them can really sing really good.
I will say this, like growing up, I never knew Ashanti could really sing like that. I just thought that she was, you know.
There used to be rumors, that's why she couldn't sing.
No, I never really heard her.
I knew she could sing when.
I didn't know she could blow like that. Like, and then she was, she did a video right before the verses. I think before they had changed it to the 21st. From the 29th, remember it was supposed to be the 29th? When it was still the 29th, she did a video on Instagram, and she was just singing, and I was like, oh shit, she was like in the car, and I was like, oh, you could blow, like, wow, because Keisha Cole can sing. I mean, they both sing better than me, I'm just saying that I didn't know that Ashanti can blow the way she can, like in hearing her last night, even singing earlier before everything started, I was like, damn, girl, go ahead with yourself. Like, that shit is good. But I was proud of both of them, and they both were able to drop a song, so that's really, it's a win-win.
True.
Yeah.
So let's get back into Raheem, his fitness, and anybody have any questions?
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
My show! Give me a make that! No, seriously, I have a quick question. So, and this had to do because like Raz just left and we were talking about him not living here, but I also have a friend that he kept saying that his six-pack was lost in the mail. Do you do virtual not just consultations but training? Because right now with everything going on anyway, did you have to readjust?
Yeah, how did you readjust to COVID?
I did. I was pretty much ahead of the game. Like the first week, I had to sit back and like, damn, what the hell is about to happen right now? Like, I was watching the news, okay, they're about to close gyms, so I gotta figure this out. So, you know, I did live workouts for like the first week, and then the next week, I started charging. I mean, you gotta make your money, right? You gotta make your money. It wasn't a lot, it was, you know, it was about...
COVID brought the hustle out of people. You gonna figure it out.
Listen, either you a hustler or you not.
You ain't.
It's not,
You gonna sink or you gonna swim?
Cause I seen some people just not doing anything.
Right.
And asking me, like, how do you listen? My website was already being set up in the process, so when they quarantined us, I just had to put the finishing touches on it and just got things going. That's it. I'm not gonna sit back and just...
At all.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Even though we're a day apart, we two different signs, y'all.
Come again?
I said even though
I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo on the cusp, first and last. Is he a Virgo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Clearly.
Like, shit, what sign is he?
game part will be two different sides, bro.
Meanwhile, Leo's the only sign that matters.
Oh, God.
I see another Leo.
Leo love to take over. So who else a Leo in here?
Me.
Oh, gosh.
So how did you market the fitness?
What up, Edgy?
I mean, I just, I made my flyers. I put them. I posted on my stories.
Did you go the OnlyFans route?
Oh no, I can't do that. I can't compromise my integrity.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Well, no, I mean, like what?
Well, OnlyFans really originally wasn't about what it is now.
Yeah, but now it's like if they even see that in your bio,
They're like, what?
I want to be known as a trainer first.
Yeah.
You know?
See everybody laughing
Yeah, so.
Fat Joe in college.
Yeah, Fat Joe in college just made it OnlyFans.
They did?
Yeah.
What
But it's behind the scenes content. Like if
behind the scenes content.
OnlyFans was really supposed to be about that. Other people had taken OnlyFans and made it what they wanted to make it, and other people caught on and rode their wave of, oh, I could do this, I could be my own. OnlyFans has now been marketed to us to look like it's that. It never was that. So that's why they try to get other celebrities to get on there now, Cardi B, to show behind the scenes for like WAP video. Like that's what it's really for. It wasn't originally what we all know it for, but
I don't listen.
But at this point, it's like nobody wants their name associated to it. If you're trying to really like have some type of business and be classy, it's like, check them on OnlyFans. They were like, excuse me? Like that's how you like, nah, I'm good. Like, was going to hire you, but I don't know if it's a good look. But yeah, that's originally how it went.
So, those other what avenues did you use to market?
I mainly use Instagram. That's it. Just Instagram. Instagram is the only tool you need. Like Instagram, social media platforms. Basically, I remember I was researching. They had made like websites obsolete, unless you're like really offering a product or a service. Then you need a website. Other than that, it's like get on there, swipe up. I made it easy. I made it easy. You just swipe up. It takes you straight to the PayPal. You pay. That's it. You get your passcode for the Zoom or whatever, and that's it.
Do you offer like meal preps and everything?
I have someone that does. I usually have someone that works with me and does the meal preps.
Okay.
Or not the meal prep, or the meal plans for someone. Yeah. So I have my client, and I put them in contact. And they give them the whole list of what to do and how to make the meals, what to add to them.
Okay.
Oh, service. That's what's up.
Right. People pay for convenience.
Sure.
Any other questions?
Any?
Right. So I feel like there was a transformation from when I seen you, and I'm like, well, how the hell? Like you had transformed far as like physically, and I'm like, well, what the hell did you do different? I'm like, when I already thought you was in shape. It was like you got even more shape. So I was like, what the fuck did you do? Remember I hit you up like, what are you doing now? And he was like, what was the difference?
The thing is, I was just like lifting heavy and just eating whatever.
Oh, okay. And
then I started having a more detailed
diet.
Okay. So it's like, even my workouts more intense. I started doing circuits for muscle endurance. Before, like, my face was a little fatter.
That's what I said. You looked in shape already, but then it was like, then you became like, how the hell that happened?
Yeah, I had to stop eating the crap.
Oh, okay. All right, so you changed your diet.
Yeah, that's a lot. The diet and also the workouts, the intensity of the workouts.
Okay. So what do you recommend as far as intensity of workout? Like higher reps, lesser weight? Like depending on what you're looking for, right?
Circuits. Even a barbell complex. A barbell complex would be using an Olympic bar, whatever weight you want to use, and you're just doing an exercise after an exercise you're doing 5 different exercises in one workout, and then you rest. I mean, it's gonna get your heart rate up, but you also it's good for burning fat and building muscle at the same time. It's a quick approach.
That's good.
It gets you in shape quicker.
How long are normally your workouts?
Oh, it depends. Like,
what's the longest your workout is?
When you get in the zone, you can be in the gym for like 2.5 hours.
That's too long for me. I feel like let's get in here and let's work hard and let's get out. I can give you a good hour, maybe hour and a half.
Listen, sometimes.
But after a while, I'm gonna be like, all right now. I need to see the light in the tunnel. Like, we almost done. I can give you an hour and a half because I feel like my workouts with P be about hour 15, hour and a half. But over that, what we doing here?
That's good. As far as someone like, especially on my zone,
Okay.
In the gym, sometimes you just in your zone.
But you know, all right. So with me being a big guy and then being like a former athlete, I work with different trainers, and I'm like, I'm not here to compete with you. I'm trying to get me better. We not compete. Like I've had trainers like that. I'm like, bro, he lifting, then he want me to go next. It's like, this not no competition. I mean, for me to get better, you already lift all the time. I'm not trying to get stronger. I'm trying to lean up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get rid of all this extra football weight that I don't need no more, like, and tone up. Fuck you got me lifting all this weight for? Like, give me higher reps, less weight, like, let's do that. Like, increase my range of motion. Like, I gotta make sure I stretch all the time I do that, but I'm not trying to lift all this shit no more.
I understand. I don't lift heavy. I don't do that. I'd rather have the athleticism.
Right.
And the mobility and everything.
You know I play tennis.
Yeah, I know you play tennis. Meeka?
That was it. I had my question was really about the distance, like how they do distance learning, distance working out. So I'm glad that you were able to really quickly identify what
So my question is, so are they like HIIT workouts?
Not HIIT.
Okay.
Not HIIT.
So can you explain HIIT?
I will incorporate HIIT sometimes. A lot of people have HIIT confused. Like
So help me out because I see it.
So HIIT, high intensity interval training. You do intervals. You understand? So if you're doing, let's say mountain climbers, you're only supposed to do that for about 20 seconds.
Okay.
You shouldn't be doing it longer than 20 seconds. Whatever exercise you're doing, you're supposed to go all out for 20 seconds as many as you can. Nothing above that, because the lactic acid in your muscle can't keep pushing but for so long.
Okay.
Once it starts building up, you know, it can't keep pushing.
Let a trainer have me going for 35 seconds and I'm like, hey.
It's like 20 seconds on and 10 seconds off. Like, yeah. HIIT is like 20 seconds of exercise and then 10 to 15 seconds rest. And you get right back to it for a few sets. So HIIT should only last for about 20 minutes.
I don't mind that. I told you I'd rather go hard,
but HIIT is real intense.
But a short period of time.
It's real intense.
As long as I ain't jumping like my knees, like I don't know, I can't do like that whole bunch of jumping and all that pressure on my knees. Like,
I mean, you a big guy, you shouldn't be.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of
You just had me jump a rope all the time. I'm like, listen, let's find something that's for me. I already play tennis, shit. Like jump a rope and keep boom, boom. That's a lot of weight to keep crashing down. Yeah. So with me, I'm very vocal. All right, so get to know me. I'm very vocal when I train with you, because I keep saying,
well, we have a train.
So when we eventually train, because you keep popping up out of nowhere.
So just remember this: we're gonna be doing a lot of unconventional exercises.
As long as there's not a lot of pounding on the joints.
Nah.
Okay, no time.
You want to do a bear crawl?
Oh shit. See, I don't like shit like that either. I'm too big to be crawling.
Nah. You do it. You play.
I can do it. That didn't fall on the ground too often either.
Okay.
My whole thing was like, don't get knocked down, so you gotta worry about getting up. But I mean, I'll do that. Like we had the sand pit and shit like that when I was in college, which I hated. So I tried not to get in trouble or get caught at least. So crawling in the sand pits and shit like that and having to roll 100 yards. I've had to do that a couple times, but I realized I don't like this shit, so I made sure I kind of stay out of that.
So one thing you don't know about me, I had a chance to walk on the UVA.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked me, and I declined.
Why?
At the time I was in Virginia. I was playing semi-pro, and I also was doing other things. So
wilding.
Yeah, I tried to go the other route. Yeah. The other route, I tried to go to an international combine, like in 2007. But then I caught my federal bid in 2007, so it wasn't meant to be. Everything happens for a reason.
So you you have some people who are like in the work. I feel like I play myself into shape a lot. Like certain things I don't like to do. I'm like, let me just keep playing. I'm gonna play myself into shape. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Certain things I just don't like to do. Like being on the ground. I really don't. I'll do it, but like crawling and shit like that, I really don't like that shit. I like to do anything athletic above ground, like just standing up.
That's the mobility part.
Yeah, I'm very mobile, so I'm
you don't like getting on the ground and get back up.
Hell no, I hate up downs, I hate burpees, I hate all that shit. Like, kill all that, and I do everything else. But anything I gotta keep getting up. You know how far I'm up and down I'm going? Because I'm getting up in sections. Like, this is like, this is too long. I'm just jumping up and down. Like, so stuff like that.
You gotta get out your comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's okay.
Exactly.
I've done it.
And that's his line, huh?
I just don't like it. So it's not a comfort. I've been out my comfort zone. That's how I know I don't like that shit. But I've done it. But it's like if we can do something else that face these same muscles, I'm okay with it.
Like he said.
I guess I had to build up to it. I don't know.
So y'all gonna play? Y'all gonna work it out or what? Y'all gonna?
We're gonna try to.
We'll figure this out.
We'll figure it out.
No, they will.
Sign me up the same day.
Oh, you want to be there?
And you better go so hard too.
He gonna save all his energy for that day.
What's funny is I actually feed over somebody else being tired, and that's always been like me in general. Like in sports, I'm like, damn, it's tired now.
I mean, that's the competition right there.
But that's me being I'm always competing in some type of way. Like, oh, it's tired. Even in spin class, I feel like they look at me, they're like, oh, he's not gonna last here. I'm like, yes, I am. I look at that, and I'll be like, I'm just that person. Like, I have to use somebody to push me like that, like really make me. And I be trying to finish these individuals too. Like, they thought I couldn't do it.
Because we're like the same person. So that used to be me and Evan. Look, I did that in spin. Remember we went, well, we didn't go together, but I was telling you, but I was like, that shit hurt my ass. I said, but I went in there so hard. I was trying to be like the fastest, the best. And then they never saw me again though. Like, that's what happens. I'll go so hard and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna stand this plank longer than everybody in boxing.
Oh, boxing class,
yeah, then I'm dead afterwards. But
yeah, you did just get in there and compete though.
When's the last time you worked out?
you don't see this fat ass body, nigga. That's like a long ass time. When's the last time we had boxing?
That's the last time?
Probably.
No. After that we went to like, I think Aaron. Yeah.
Fuck him too, cause he had me all the way fucked up.
Aaron is different. You know Aaron. Yeah.
And I was there, and because again, there were guys there, and I was like, bitch, I gotta work out for real, cause now I gotta like hang in there, and I was so mad. He got me doing tonight. It's just like guys working out. I'm like, oh.
That's the good part when you know people watching.
I
tend to push themselves more.
Push myself because of that.
You don't want to look.
Then again, he ain't seen me. I'm like, ain't the other nigga said. He got me fucked up. Come for the private. I'm gonna come for the private solo. But that was it.
Yeah. I feel like
enough of me. Next, back to you, Nick. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're still talking about him. So, anything else you want to share?
What do you have in the works? Cause
wait, who have you worked with? So Ashanti.
I worked with Ashanti. I've worked with Black Thought. A lady by the name of Geneva Carr. She played on works on this show called Bull on CBS. Bull on CBS. That's about it. Not bad for someone that's been home for about 5 years, right? Mm-hmm. Not bad at all.
And you be up early as hell, because I see his story. I'm like, damn, it'd be like 6 o'clock and you be already at the gym with clients. I'm not a morning person either. It's a lot of rules with me, so I'm not a morning person. I don't like being on the ground. But everything else I'm cool with. Yeah, it's just, and then I like to know the whole workout ahead of time. Because you know why I like to have my mind right. Because like, how long okay, so I know I'm close to the end. Like, it be a lot of things with me. I don't know why. Just mentally, I have to know what I'm about to get into.
Element of surprise. Stay ready.
True, but I just be like, I'd rather you tell me. So I feel like after I go through a first workout, because sometimes they don't tell you. I've had people that don't tell you, but
I don't say nothing.
Around this time, we should be about done. Like, I started timing it like, damn, okay, we was done around this time. Okay, so the next time it should be about that same amount of time. So I started looking at the time. Trust me, there's triggers. Everybody has tendencies that they do. And I know that from sports. So I just pay attention to things. So I know you're going to give away something, but you don't know it, but I'm watching. So yeah.
So he knows when you're close to me.
So I already know, like, okay, he normally does this, it means toward the end. Like, I just pay attention to things. Like, you have to.
He said he switches it up, so.
Yeah, he probably switch it up with me now because I just said that. But yeah, but normally there's something he normally does where somebody can tell that, oh, we're almost done, or there's a certain time limit where he always is within an hour and a half or whatever, where you already know you're almost done. So I would be that person to be like, okay, we got 15 more minutes left because I know he's always done. He got another client. Like, I know something.
So where do you see your brand going from here? I know you're.
Or where do you want it to go?
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you see apparel? Do you see, I don't want to say tools. Like, what's the word?
Like bands,
Bands,
like you know, like
not
people
just
using
that.
bands, like different.
Resistance bands or weights. I mean, like, what do you see?
I hate trends.
You think they're all trends?
I hate trends, like with the bands and everything.
I feel like they're convenient.
Trend?
I look, I bought some during COVID. I'm like, shit, let me get some bands.
My father got some.
Like, I'm gonna use these bands.
There's certain products I'm always trying to like look for something different, you know. So right now I'm thinking of. I have a few plans. I just don't want to put them out there and say, you know, I like to keep it to myself.
Right.
Because I didn't have like some innovative ideas and somebody.
Right.
Did it like this, like what the fuck? Did you just do that? No, like no, it didn't read my mind.
You said it and then.
Yeah, he said it and he just straight did it, and I'm like, okay, I know what I gotta do. I can't say anything, so I keep it to myself.
Little patent it,
You
and
think
then.
that people aren't really watching, and then
Yeah. So right now I'm just. People always ask me, oh, when you want to open up a gym? So before COVID, I looked at a few gyms because I have investors, you know. So it's like it's always pros and cons when you about to rent out certain places. Like one place I looked at, parking was a plus, especially in New York. Parking was a plus.
Yeah, parking.
But they would build. I remember I looked at the place and said, "This is good." I said, "What they building next door?" He said, "A dentist's office." I said, "That's not gonna work. A gym next to a dentist's office, so I had to worry about them coming over here. You can't be drilling somebody's teeth next door and wait till being dropped. You know, so that's a problem."
Oh, okay.
You know, it's
I
always.
where the problem
Exactly.
I was thinking,
you can't have a gym people dropping weights and everything. You know, putting the filling in somebody's mouth next door. So you know, there was a lot of stuff with that, and then this quarantine happened. I was kind of glad I didn't do that. So I just go with my gut sometimes, and you know what? Let me pull away from this, and I do that. So right now I'm just thinking of something. I have something planned right now. There are not too many of them around. I did my research, so I'm just waiting to see how.
I'm joking.
Definitely not a smoothie shop, but I'm just waiting to see how this goes.
Birthday real quick.
Hey Ray, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Ray!
Y'all can say happy birthday too. It's Ray Rice.
It's Ray Rice, y'all.
Happy birthday, Ray Rice.
We're in the middle of our podcast.
Yes, happy birthday, sir.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because you're only 4 apples high. But can I call you back?
Everybody say happy birthday, Ray Rice.
Happy birthday, Ray.
Yeah. Y'all don't seem enthusiastic, so we're gonna that was. When you coming?
Huh?
Give me the number to the podcast. I'm calling in.
No, you coming on. When you coming out here? You coming on the show?
Listen. All right. I'll miss you back. Happy birthday. It was his birthday today, y'all.
Clearly.
It looked like it too. Sorry. We have all these interruptions.
Hey, no problem.
So where were we?
But yeah, I'm just.
something
You know,
in the works.
I got my plans. I have something in the works, so I'm just waiting to see how everything goes.
Right, take your time. I always tell people you can't rush greatness.
Don't rush anything.
You can't
People
rush
say,
greatness.
"Oh, Raheem, how can I have a gym? How can I have a gym?"
You hear me?
As a trainer,
I said you can't rush greatness.
Third time.
Not at all. But people always ask, "You're a trainer. How come you don't have a gym yet?" I said, "Listen, a gym does not determine a trainer's success.
Right.
Because there's so many trainers out there that are making a lot of money and don't have an open gym. They'd rather not deal with that
Because you
responsibility.
don't have to worry about the overhead.
It's too much. You gotta worry about maintenance. You gotta worry about everything. It's crazy.
Uber is the biggest company and they don't have cars.
Look at that. Uber
Listen.
don't have cars. Not a single car.
Wait, I have a friend who,
They don't have a part, don't own really, you know what I mean? So
right, John Silverman, he's the one who created The Simpsons. I don't know how we became friends, but we're friends, right? So, and I feel like I said his name wrong, but Silverman is Dave Silverman. So he's the one who created The Simpsons. So when I go to LA, I always hang out with him. But he drives like a little smart car, like he does not give a fuck what he has on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they would never know this is his man. But I took Philip when we was in LA on 2017, took him to the office, and he like, damn. I'm like, he don't really give a fuck. Who was he trying to impress? Like, y'all hoes can Google me and know what the fuck I got. Like, I'm not out here trying to be all flashy and all this shit. And I feel like that's the way you should move. You know, I feel like that's us that gotta be like, yeah, got no money, but I feel like that's young money too. That feels like they have to do that because they happy and they new. But Old money don't give a fuck. His sneakers was old, and his car was small, and he has a fucking franchise that started back when Tracy Ullman's show came out in the 80s, and his shit been going on forever. And when I was in there, I had Snapchatted while I was in there. I said, listen, I'm going to ask some questions, because for some reason the Simpsons be knowing everything beforehand.
Right.
So if I come up missing, this is where I was at last.
Oh, Meeka's 41, okay.
We the same age.
Wait, I got a little funny story, real quick, because he was asking my age. We were by DJ L. Blaze.
DJ L. Blaze is from New York too.
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn, but that's Meeka's cousin.
Yeah, I was by DJ L. Blaze's house for his girl's birthday the other day, and it was so funny because there were some guys there, and they were like, I said something like, you know, I'm grown, I don't got time for that, like I'm too old for that bullshit, whatever we were talking about. It was the comedian raising his brother and him, right? They were like, oh, well, how old are you? All right, they were like, well, how old are you? So I told them, like, oh, shit. Like, you know, we didn't know that's how old you were, blah, we thought you were this. And so there was this, all these girls started like, well, I'm 51. And I'm this and that. I'm like, bitch, you look 51, no? Bitch, you look 51. Yo, old boy was like this. Yeah, oh, really? Wow, okay. And then this other girl was like, I'm 37. And then he was like, I could just tell he was just like caught in the middle of like so much going on. I'm like, damn, you 30. First of all, I'm thinking, damn, you younger than me? Oh, okay. Like, it was a lot going on, but I forgot to mention that to you. When I saw you, I was like, Mac, you should have been there. Like, this lady looked great. You know what I'm talking about? The one when I came in there. The one when I came in there. Yeah, all right, yeah.
We're live, we're recording.
She don't watch the show. She's too old. I'm joking. She's a sweet lady.
Her thoughts and feelings does not reflect everybody else on the scene.
I know she need to come work out.
Oh.
DJ L. Blaze.
DJ L. Blaze dropping bombs.
He could have been. At least I look better than that lady.
So,
right. You talk about that, but yeah.
We get sidetracked a lot, so it's like, this is Bigo when I try to get you going.
I'm saying I can't.
Oh, somebody just gifted me.
I can't with Bigo.
They gifted Raheem.
Right, Raheem, you need to be here more often.
Bigo.
Thank you, Job. Okay, with 2 shields. He said 2.
It looked like some like.
It was 2 shields.
It was burgundy.
I don't know. What do we have anything else?
I know. Let's get into trending topics. Are you gonna?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So we take a break and then trending topics.
Yeah. 1 minute.
All right. So we should do like a 1 song break, I guess. Can you give us a good song?
Ooh, he trying to say you don't.
I'm just saying, like we have 1 song break.
Make it good.
Look at you.
We'll come back with our final segment. Fill up your cup.
And welcome back to Mac and Meeka motherfucking live. Yeah. Shout out to Jensen Atwood joining us here on our Bigo TV over here.
Actor extraordinaire Jensen.
Yeah. JLB, what's good?
What's up, Jensen? We miss you.
So we want to get to trending topics.
And we got Raheem. He's sticking with us, and he's gonna give his input
on some of these trending topics.
Well, before we start anything, rest in peace, Hank Aaron.
Yeah. He passed away at 86 years old. The legendary Hank Aaron, MLB baseball player. Yeah. So he passed. I mean, we might as well keep it into the sports theme too. So I did see that Delonte West had got a job at the rehab facility where he was being treated.
How do y'all feel about that?
I feel good because he even got a job. Like, first of all, I feel good that the owner went and even got him, out of the position to put him in the rehab, and then now he's able to get a job somewhere. Like, to start rebuilding your life back. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to recover. He's able to start rebuilding his life back. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, that's a start.
I think it's really good that he's working at it. So my thing is, not only is it good because he has a job and he's doing what, he's taking
my thing is, where was his support though? Well, where was your support that even allowed you to get to that point where?
Well, a lot of athletes, as you should know, are surrounded by yes men and women. So ain't. But
when I say support, that ain't your support.
Exactly.
I'm talking about family and everybody. Like, where were they at?
A lot of times, family turn into yes men. Like it's okay as long as you help me do whatever. It's
but
like whatever you do.
I still don't see it.
See,
I know my family.
You come from a different.
So it's like I still don't see how your family allows you to get to that point where you're homeless.
So that's what I was gonna say. You come from a different, I know you've seen a lot of different people too. So I'm surprised that you don't even see some of the ones that Delonte's. I've seen a lot that can get to that because even down to their mom and dad or mom, because a lot of them I don't know the dad, but I've seen a lot of them and the mom is just like, yeah, whatever, and they down with the shits too. So I used to be like, wow, this is crazy. But you and Speed come from really good families, so I really don't see you guys even understand it. Yeah, and he used to always say,
I'm her only child.
Yeah.
So she was very. I always was like, damn, she a Scorpio, so I was like, she mean as hell. Because she was always like, she mean as fuck. Because she was more direct, and I was always try to be nice and smooth things over. As I've gotten older, I was like, okay, I feel like I need to be a little more direct. So I'm starting to understand her now, but she's always been like that.
But shout out to Shelly, she kept you grounded, and not only that, she really kept you on a straight path, and she always had your back. Right. So you guys, both of you, had that foundation where you didn't have to worry about that. There are people that I know personally, and I see they have their brother as their manager, and their mom is just around, but both of them are down with the shit.
I could never start off hiring my brother, and we all came up the same. So you don't have no experience there. What you can do is learn. I can hire somebody, you can learn under them and gain some experience and knowledge.
Which is what Melo did.
We can't start off with you already just representing me it's new to both of us. Yeah,
so that's what Melo did. So Melo, I don't know if a lot of people even know this, but Melo back in the days, he had Speed's Bill Duffy, he had his agent for about the first 3 years, I guess, or whatever. And after that, he had his friends manage him, or his friend manage him, and had his friends in different positions around him. But it only made sense because at that point, I almost felt like when you're a certain level athlete or a star or whatever, they're going to come to you. So you just need to have a lawyer to read those contracts and make sure everything's on point. But I always admired him for doing that because at the end of the day, you're not giving that 15% to just some random.
Right, but you also better have friends who are willing to put in their work to learn those things too. Because I tried to do that with some of my friends from high school, and they lived with me the first 2 or 3 years in the league.
They was turned out.
They was really all about being on the scene and not really trying to grow. You know what I'm saying? Where my mindset was different because everything is a business for me now. So it's I'm bringing y'all along because I want y'all to experience what I'm experiencing, but at the same time try to capitalize. You motherfuckers ain't paying no rent. You living with me. I'm putting you in position, getting you jobs. The fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? So everybody, I feel maturity wise isn't ready for that. So it could be your close friends and you try to put them in position, but they're not ready. So it's
no, you're absolutely right with that.
I spent my first 3 years trying to help my friends, and it's this is not really helping me because it's y'all are just here to help. Huh?
I was saying, do Raheem go through that? Do you go through that right now?
Oh, not at all. I don't. My friends, look, listen. When they say people, places, and things, change people, places, and things, you have to do that. When I was in jail, I didn't understand that. They threw the program. You have to change your people, places, and things. What the fuck they talking about? Changing your people, places, and things. That don't mean nothing. Yeah. But then I realized, you can't be around it. You can't have them next to you. If they don't want to do anything, look, stay away from me. If I try to put you on to something, listen, this is available right here. Oh, we can do this right here. Start this business. If you don't give me any good feedback, okay, you're not trying to do anything. But that's why I respect LeBron and his team so much.
I know Shorty rubbing up. The thing, well, a lot of people already don't know, but I've known LeBron.
I'm not sure how many other people have their friends in a position like that.
But he does, but he took his time and he was around the right people from a very early age. Shout out to my Uncle Wes, who now works for the New York Knicks. Shout out to Leon Rhodes, who is my my attorney who also works with the New York Knicks. But they were all around him at a very early age, and he was able to learn, and they were able to learn and be groomed by some professionals who had a lot of experience.
They all sharp. They do their job to the T.
But they were willing to learn.
That's it too.
They wasn't just there for the parties and the nightlife. They was like, okay, but this bitch, we get it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shorty Ruff, I forget what Shorty Ruff's real name is, but he's an agent now. I know him by the damn nickname Shorty Ruff. That's what they called him back then. I see his name, I see his face, can't remember his real name. But that was his best friend, and he's short, like, well, he's short, but yeah, that Shorty Ruff, like, so I knew them at 18 or whatever coming up, and they was talking shit to me. We was on the way to going to the 4040 Club grand opening in New York back in like 2003, and they talking shit to me about Ohio State beat Miami. Like, I remember, like, I know these people for a long ass time, and quiet as escape, I could call a couple people. I helped him get into fucking Wet Willie's. He was 18 years old, and they had a problem with it, but I was friends with the general manager. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't even talk about this side because I don't like to discuss people I know, because a lot of times, like, me and doing what I was doing, they would be like, well, why are you hanging with them? Or why are you doing it? You need to be up here. And it's like, because I'm me. I'm not trying to be, I can create my own thing. I'm going to do my own thing. My personality going to carry me. Like, I don't have to click up and be here doing things for a look. I'm a real individual. Some people do things for a look, and that's fine. But I never was into that. Like, so don't tell me not to hang with this group, or that might not be good look. If I vibe with it, I vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just be real. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they said that, but I'm just saying in general, I have access and exposure to a lot of different people, but people be like, well, you should be over here more. But it's like, no, I'll be over there when I want to be over there, but that's not what it's going to be like, constantly being here and not having fun type of thing.
I don't, with me, I just make sure, like, I'm still at high risk, honestly. Because all it takes is me being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And on paper, I'm this person, but in person, you see me as one way. But if you read this on paper, if you read my record on paper, you can be like this. Nah, this can't be this guy right here. So I try to stay clear.
That's Spofford, I already knew, because like y'all see, you're saying things, and I think I'm probably the only one that, or maybe Larry too, but he moved out of New York.
But Larry should know, right?
He moved out of New York in high school, yeah, but I feel like a lot of people don't even understand. Like that was like, you say you out there, that's
and then being around this island at 18,
that's
you know,
bad business. Like,
Now I heard of Rikers.
But right, that's adult now.
Yes,
So
I mean,
okay.
That's the wild ones for the kids.
Spofford would be about 13, 12, 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hit the island. The first time I hit the island, I was 17 years old. But you know what's crazy? What you see?
jumped off the porch early.
I was off the porch early. So it's a lot of stuff that when I came home,
you sure you know Libra? You weren't born like what you was born like 11:59? I feel like Libras be a little more like, I don't know, because they're scared.
But yo, you know, when you in Spofford and when you go to Rikers Island, yo, it's a revolving door. You see the same dudes. You just graduate to a high level. So I've seen the same dudes from Spofford, DFY, Rikers Island. I get my fed time. It's like this, like, oh, like damn, this is really a revolving door if you don't get it right.
So this is my thing. I feel like you should really do a lot of speeches of how you evolved, give your testimony of what you went through to what you are now, and how your outlook changed from then to, like, you know, what you've been through to like what you're doing now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even go back and talking at the prisons to them and like, listen, I was here with y'all, because you know why? People want to hear from somebody who been through what they've been through, that they can relate to. You know what I'm saying?
I thought about that.
So I don't think that's a thought. I feel like for some reason it was placed somebody just say it, but I feel like it's something that you should probably do. You know what I'm saying? And they will compensate you for doing it too, but at the same time, you'll be empowering. It could be 400 people, as long as you touch 5, you making the difference. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, right, but you should really tell your story, because some people might be in there and feel like, shit, when I get out here, ain't nothing I can do. Like, they feel like there's no weight, and that's why they keep going back. Like, so now I'm going back to what I'm used to, because ain't nothing else I can do. But it is something they can do. They just have to figure out what it is. They have to figure out their purpose. They got to figure out their passion. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes some of them just gotta get tired of going through the same shit.
Right.
I just got tired of it. So it's like,
well, if you keep having the same ingredients, you're gonna get the same motherfucking cake, same whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta switch some shit up.
Exactly. Get tired of it, yo. You don't want to listen. When I got out, I said, listen, if I go back to jail, it's going to be 15 or better.
But this is my thing, because you know you say because we can't expect everybody to think how we think. So some people just may feel like I don't know any other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
So sometimes he needs somebody to be a voice in there to say there is another way. You know what I mean? Like you was like shit. I don't want to go back, so I got to figure out something. But somebody might not have that same mentality. So all this for them is like, damn.
Some people you just can't talk to.
No, you got those. That's why I say you don't touch everybody, but just touch a couple and it make a difference.
And I think you gotta be ready to receive whatever it is too. So, you know, my brother too, I don't know.
What you plan to see?
Yeah, you know, my brother, same thing, like from teenage years, got his first arrest, you know, stealing sneakers for a girl. And then after that, it was just like always some kind of scheme, always something, you know, and it was just always something. So, like, he was never really home until like literally 7 years now. And right now, it took, I don't even know what it was, because like now he came home, he did like an asbestos like training, like, and now he has his own company this last year. Yeah, he got, I don't know what it, you say he got tired, but I feel like you should have been tired, but
that's you. You
yeah,
can't,
that's what I'm saying.
You can't think of how you'll think for somebody else.
And that's why I said you gotta be ready to receive it or whatever.
Right.
And I remember we used to just be like, yo, we can't even help no more. Like, we can't, but you know, like, it was just always a lot. And so that's why I said, so I'm very familiar. Like, I mean, he's been shot how many times? Like, this is so many things.
Like 17 times?
Yeah.
17?
My brother got shot
one time.
Yeah, one time. He got shot more than
At
50.
one time?
At one time.
I remember going up
Oh,
there.
he's blessed.
Yeah, he was about to
Shot at or shot?
No, shot up.
He
So
just
wait,
showed you.
he got more time. So my brother got, and let me tell you, first it was only 15, and like that's what my daughter had just been born, so I was so scared. Anaya was just born, and I was my oldest, my 17-year-old, and I was so scared because they always say when a baby's born, like somebody dies, a baby's born, so I was so scared. But they left him in Queens, in Dead Man's Land over there in Rosedale. Yeah, they left him over there. But it was so crazy how when, like I said, it was 15 shots, but then later they found two, no, it was 17 at the end, because they found 2 bullets in him while he was locked up. And so he called me like, yo, you need to act like you Ma, because Ma not going to do it. My mother is not that person. You act like you Ma and tell him like, I ain't playing no games, my baby died. So I had to do it, and we didn't hear from him for like a week, but they rushed him into emergency surgery, get those 2 bullets out. It was moving close to his spine. It was just moving around. And he was like, what the fuck? Like, he saw it just moving, huh? Yeah, he was in Jamaica Hospital, yeah. Well, actually, I don't know when he had that surgery. When he got shot, he went to Jamaica Hospital the first time. But like, for the surgery, he was in Pennsylvania for all that. He was locked up. Yeah, but yeah, so he was in Jamaica Hospital for that. Jamaica, yeah, was it General? Something General, Jamaica General, whatever. But it was just like, I was so scared because I really thought that he was like, damn, this some bullshit.
The dude that was with him in the same room had got shot 3 times and he died.
And he died. So he died. That was so crazy.
In the same room, got shot 3 times.
And he died. And at that time, we heard 15. Through his hands, he had covered the gun. He got shot through his hands.
You can tell he got shot.
He'll be here next week, y'all. But so I always told him. I told him at the time. I said, "Yo, Ty, like, you make it through this." When he was in the hospital, I was like, "You make it through this. Like, you gotta stop." He was locked into the bed because he was out, like, so now he's on probation. So now they ended up taking him back right after. But I said, you make it out of this, you have to change. Like, something gotta change.
You know the crazy part about that is, when people get shot, it's either gonna do 1 or 2 things. So you're either gonna change your ways or you're gonna just turn up even more.
It ain't changing that. It ain't changing that. I was 17 years old. It ain't changing that.
So okay.
But
he's changed now.
Eventually,
he's changed now.
He's changed now.
But I actually think that.
So you trying to
I do
what
think he did change then, but he was on probation when he got into all this stuff. So at that time, he had to pay dues, I guess, for that stuff. And then now he was changed already, but like he had to go back away. So he was gone for a while, and it was just crazy. But I say all this to say though that let's go back into the friends, because with that said, you're right. With the friends, with people around you, you can't push everybody to know when they have to. I don't want to say like do your own thing.
No, I feel like
whatever.
you can plant a seed though.
But you can plant seeds or whatever. But we always were big on bringing people in and doing whatever. Mm-hmm. And I remember there was a time when my brother was doing this long. I think he was doing the last 7 or whatever. And for me that was very personal. Like we would talk and write all the time, but for some reason it was just weird. So I used to change my purse every other day, whatever, but I would take my stack of letters and like keep it. I never want to speak. I don't want him in my business. I didn't want nobody reading like what so I never left it in the nightstand. I never left it, whatever. And I remember we were in Atlanta and we had a friend living with us and put him in like the best position, got him a car, got him interviews, whatever, and he pretended to be going on these interviews, but in actuality he was stealing my black card and just buying shit for bitches and I thought it was me. I was like, damn, I'm like, since when I shopped there? Okay, well, it is what it is. But, gas station twice a day, I was like, I would just start getting new cards and it was just starting to be weird. But there was a point where that kid, we found out that he was like going through my bag to get the cards or whatever, to get the card every time. And I just felt so violated because this personal stuff with me and my brother, and I just couldn't understand how a person at that time that you put in the best position to win was just like, fuck that shit, I ain't trying. And so when I was talking to him, I said, yo, how could you not take advantage? We set you up with interviews with, the team had set up like Brand Smart, different places they have connections with. And so he said, how the fuck, this nigga said straight up, how the fuck am I supposed to work at Brand Smart? I'm telling everybody I'm his manager.
That's his fault though.
Right.
So he's like, I can't be at the game and I'm, telling people I'm his manager. That's how he's bagging bitches. So I think so basically I like to say like a lot of those guys, like they can't really see a way to grow because they're so caught up in the life itself. And sometimes, they caught up. They're not living their truth.
They're not living their truth.
Let me tell you something.
And they're not living their truth.
They're not living their truth. That's the whole problem.
They're not. One of the most humbling experiences I had my first job at 27. So I got out the feds. We had to go to the halfway house. I was in North Carolina in the halfway house. So we went to a tip agency. The girl tells me, she passes my paper back and says, look, she said, you forgot to fill out the job history. I said, no, I didn't. She said, you never had a job? I said, no. She said, what? Like, what? Listen, my first job in a halfway house, I was ringing a fucking Salvation Army bell. But I made it look so good. I made it look so good. Let me tell you something. I made sure I dressed up every day. They said, listen, oh, Raheem, you need to have on black pants. I don't got no black pants. I know I just came home, so what you want me to do? I'll be out there ringing the bell. I've had ladies come have their daughters sing, like group of money, and then they'll start complaining, oh, we can't keep him by the mall because he's too, people want to talk to him, that's it. So then they'll put me by Walmart. I'm out there, I'm making it look good, I'm making it stylish. Stylish like this, like this. You a bell ringer? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. And then they put me in a boondocks in the middle of nowhere. So I couldn't talk to anyone in front of a Walgreens.
You was getting donations, so I was like, what's the problem?
But yeah, I'm getting paid by them hourly. What's in that bucket don't go to me.
Right.
But that was one of the first jobs I had. And I just had to stick it out. I just had to thug it out.
Right.
I was used to doing to selling drugs. I had to let all that go.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go back, you don't want to go back.
Right.
That's it. Like, okay, I'm going to go back to home.
So my question is, at what point, what made you say, like, I just don't want to go back?
I told you the day I got out. The day I got out of jail, reality hit me. And I would see dudes leave and come back in a year and catch a whole new case, 10 years. I'm like this, like, God damn, it's scary out there. That's what made me, honestly, that's what deterred me from going back out there and doing it. There was a lot of telling. So I'm glad I got scared of that. So I'm not trying to go back out here and get caught up in anybody's indictment or something like that. So I knew the game. So I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it at all.
That's good.
You just have to want it.
So I feel like you definitely need to go and talk to some of these individuals. Just make some time. You know what I mean? It could be once a month. Just make time and and go and really like minister to the youth that's out here doing these things. Because you might have a Raheem in there who's like, I just need to hear from somebody who been in my shoes. Because people want to hear from people who they can relate to.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to say this because mental health awareness became one of my things on my foundation, because when I retired, like all the concussion, all the shit, but I actually had friends who were former players who was having like issues, and they had to get bigger. They had to have a lot of different things take place with them because they were spazzing out on family. Wow. And you got to remember, these are big guy athletes, and they snapping on family and everything, and people can't control them. Just so happened in my friends, so it's like, your big ass could probably say something. So I had to put myself in that, even though they're going through, you know, whatever. I actually had to go to Jackson Hospital. They have a psych ward there. I had to go there, and I didn't know when I walked in there. I'm now sitting in here, like I'm sitting with y'all, with everybody else who has mental health, but I'm now sitting here with my friend who I need to talk to, but I have everybody else just walking around me randomly, so I'm sitting on the couch like, I don't need nobody being here tripping while I'm here trying to, like, you know, work, talk to them, because at the end of the day, the athlete only wanted to talk to me because they felt like we did the same thing, so I can relate. He didn't want to hear from his family. He didn't want to hear from all the people he done tripped on, because some of his family, I heard from in the past or whatever, I don't know, but all that shit comes up. But I don't want to hear from them. But me and you, we've been through the same pain. We done sweat, blood, so I talked to him. So I was allowed to go in there and talk and help him get better. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. When you go in there with them, they want to hear from somebody who feel like they done been through what they've been through.
Exactly.
And that's how I really feel.
No, they really did.
They don't want to hear from nobody, because I'm going to tell you this too. We have something called the Rookie Symposium. I feel like they still do it in the NFL, and they give you all these situations of once you become an NFL player, things that can happen. You can get set up, people can take advantage of all that. But it be from these old ass men that's like 50, 60 years old, and they give you these scenarios of, oh, if somebody does this to you in the club, you should do this. I'm like, bitch, you remember, I'm drinking in the club, I'm 20-something years old, my reaction will be different from yours. Like, don't tell me no bullshit, like, you know what I'm saying? I said something, so they started getting younger players like Pac-Man Jones, Michael Vick, different people who've been through it. You let them speak. Don't let you older, like, I ain't gonna say old, but I'm just saying, like, don't let motherfuckers who ain't never been in these situations, because you got these people up here doing acting skits who they ain't never played, they ain't never experienced this shit, so they don't know what it's like. Me, I was like, bitch, you try me if you want to. Me and all my friends can fight. Girls and guys gonna jump in this shit. But that was always my motto, like, one fight, everybody fight. If the girls fight, all the girls gonna jump in. But guys fight, girls and guys gonna jump in that shit too. Like, that's how it was. Like, we all gonna protect each other, because we came out for each other. We didn't come out for y'all motherfuckers in the club. We came out to enjoy our company, and whoever we see on the side, we may see on the side, but we really here for us. You know what I'm saying? So let somebody from that speak. Don't give me no old ass man that's gonna come up here and tell me, well, you should just walk away. I said, for what? So he can go upside my head with a fucking bottle? Bitch, like, no, like, be real. You need real motherfucking individuals, and especially with this generation. So if I'm feeling like that as a 22-year-old in 2002, imagine how they feeling now. They don't want to hear that dumb ass shit. You need somebody that you can relate to. Because when you can relate to them, you're now more interested. It's plain and simple.
You hear the story.
Y'all be hearing the passion in my voice, don't y'all?
I think you definitely have to go back to, not just Rikers or whatever, but to anywhere, different cities.
Yeah, it could be different cities, but I feel like you can build.
Nobody would ever think that you now successful come from.
Nah, you know, I have people come to me that know people that I know come to me in the gym like, yo, I didn't know that you were fucking a knucklehead. Like, okay. Like, you can't tell. Like, you're not supposed to be able to tell, first of all.
Everybody got a pass.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to tell, first of all.
And one thing about it is, don't judge me, because when judgment day come, you get up to a guy, he ain't finna ask me about Raheem. He gonna talk about me. He ain't be like, well, what Raheem was doing down here? He already know. So don't worry about what the hell I'm doing. You make sure you good. That's all you gotta do. You make sure you good. I ain't gotta worry about nobody else. Shit.
That's it.
But I feel like you do need to spread that though. I feel like you do need to get out there.
I mean, I've considered that already.
So write that down on your list.
Yeah, the to-dos.
Yeah.
We're gonna switch gears a little bit. I want to ask you and Mac, especially Mac, because this is two of his friends, Lil Kim.
Oh.
Lil Kim came out and said that there's no one else in the industry except Tiana Taylor that can play her in her biopic.
Well, I know why she said that. Energy-wise, Tiana. First of all, everybody can't go based off of how somebody looks. I see a lot of people in the comments talking about, well, she looks nothing like you. It's like, shut the fuck up. She's saying energy-wise, you know. Yeah. Tiana's from Harlem. She be like, oh, she's from New York, so she gets the energy, gets the swag. And when y'all seen when they did the tribute, the Little Mama and all of Tiana, but Tiana really came out and did her thing. Like, and I know both of them. Tiana already was fucking with Kim, so she's gonna really study the role and embrace what it is. You know what I'm saying? So Kim know that. Like, Kim knows that, so she gonna kill that shit because that's what it is. So, you know, people's like, well, the girl Notorious, she really. I don't know where Notorious from, but I feel like Tiana gonna give you more of a New York girl, more of a Kim thing.
Notorious, no.
I don't think Notorious.
No.
But no, in the comments, people was like, well, Notorious did it, I did it.
I mean, I can't think of anybody else off the top of the head, but Tiana Taylor would be the perfect candidate, though.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
See, so I couldn't think of anybody off top, but I definitely was like, I maybe don't think Tiana, not because of look or whatever, like that's not what I was
going
about.
But you remember the performance that she did?
Yeah, I do remember it, and I think it was good, but I thought it was also, again, like extra, like, I feel like I want to see somebody who's hungry, but not looking like they put it on for the camera. I want to see somebody that is an actor that is, and I do know that Tiana will study, so that's the only thing, like, I think that she can pull it off in the end, but initially, it's empty, don't worry, I drank it all. No, I drank it all already. It's all gone. But, I say all that to say that I think that there has to be an actor that's out there that if you held an open call or whatever it is.
Well, she did say, I'm open to any girls from Brooklyn. So, because
that's what I want to see.
She didn't just limit it to Tiana. She said, but any young girls that's from Brooklyn, because Tiana.
That was what it was. I was like, damn, I feel like there could be somebody else. And that's what it was. And I was like, in the industry, yeah, I can see her being the only one in the industry right now, her or Kiki. Like, I feel like Keke Palmer would actually study. Those two would study to be able to play her the right way and depict her in the most perfect light. So I definitely thought those were the only two in the industry, but I feel like I would want to see somebody else. I want to see somebody up and coming that is just hungry and just can embody her from before, the deal to rapping in ciphers, because that's what she was doing, to now,
No, I'm not mad at that. Like, I'm open to see that too. But she said her first pick would be Tiana, but she's also open to.
We love Tiana.
A girl from Brooklyn, playing her too.
There's some young girl out there hungry.
Yeah.
Right. They just have to step up.
More topics.
Yeah, it is. Hold on. Sorry, this is my card. No, we need to go over. Y'all can keep talking while I see it. For tracking down her brother's alleged murderer, and she killed him.
Tiana.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Tatiana. That's her name.
Tatiana?
Yeah. And it's a few rappers trying to bail out, right?
Yeah, Lil Baby.
Lil Baby trying to bail out.
Lil Baby.
Yeah, Lil Baby. Da Baby, not
But
Lil
I'm going to tell you, I have a friend.
Da Baby or Lil Baby?
It's two of them. It's Da Baby and I don't remember who the other person is.
It's Da Baby.
Two of them.
And somebody, it wasn't Lil Baby, it was Da Baby and...
Shit, 2 Doug?
His name is 42 Doug.
Oh, 42 Doug.
The Baby aren't. So you want to bail her out when the Baby put up the money.
Okay, there you go.
Something.
Okay.
Definitely knowing.
I mean...
She did some real cowboy shit though.
Yeah.
Right, but I have one of our friends, Nelly, she commented on it because her brother went to University of Miami as well. And he was murdered by somebody, and she felt like the police only helped us so much. You know what I'm saying? And that person's still out there, so she was able to do it.
Like
That's a free her. Yeah, like, the fuck, like, I don't know, like, how y'all feel about it?
She was her brother's keeper.
Yeah, and see, I don't know if anybody else read into the backstory of it, but she had also lost her 2 younger brothers, 8 or 9 years old, back in 2016. The house was shot up. So it's almost like you took what I got left,
Right.
like you wildin'. Yeah, so I can see that.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. I don't.
Your book should be called "Had Enough," because he just said she had enough. But I feel like even when you said locked up, like had enough, like eventually read the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But had enough.
Had enough.
That's your title.
You know what person's book I like? It was a book called Makes Me Wanna Holler. Author called Nathan McCall. Whoever read that? Makes Me Wanna Holler. Y'all don't read?
I heard of it. They done stopped that rich dad poor dad.
Makes Me Wanna Holler. What's it about?
Right.
There's a guy. He basically went through the same thing. He was in the streets. He went through you know, the all the hardships, and then he got it right too. The book is like 25 years old. My mother made me actually read that when I was going through so much stuff. She made me sit down and read this book right here.
And who's it about?
His name is Nathan McCall. I'll never forget it. Nathan McCall. Makes Me Wanna Holler.
Okay.
I'm gonna read. But I've thought about.
Is it on Audible?
No. Come on, this is Audible.
Wow, shit. I mean, like, okay, Audible. It's a read.
Listen, I really gotta get my life together because he said Nathan McCall, and all I was thinking about was Quincy McCall and Love and Basketball. Damn, I gotta watch that again tonight to go to sleep. That's my movie. I gotta get my life together. I really do because he's trying to like. You know, get us together, get us right.
I mean,
and
but
put us on to the book.
I'm down for the audible though.
No, I'm not. I actually want to read it.
No audio books.
No audio.
Focus.
Why no audio?
It's not the same thing. You understand? No. You have to understand this.
I take notes too.
You have to understand this. We're not even using our brains
That's
as
why
much
I'm
now.
driving though.
That's true.
We're not even using our brains as much now. We're not reading it.
Escuchar en español, escúchame, escuchar. Like I'm listening, I'm using my hearing. Escúchame, listen to me, escuchar.
Okay, girl. That's the only time I ever heard that. Escúchame. Right, move, sit down.
Listen, you're listening.
I know.
Hello, so what?
Gotta exercise in your brain, man. You're not actually reading those words.
Key thing is, I take notes. I can show you notes on different books that I've
But everybody in this room
done. Like, I read books and I take notes. Like, I take notes on everything that I'm reading. Like,
But you write the notes and you highlight.
I type the notes.
He ain't shit back there. That's your buddy.
He's trying to be telling jokes and shit. But like even like everything, even Tony Robbins, like, you see all these notes? You see all these notes?
Okay.
Do you see all them notes? Like these are notes. Like I take notes.
I want to see the name on that.
Did you type those? Did you use dictation? Okay.
I want to see the name.
Another book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Hello, look at all these notes. Look at all these notes. Right, thank you. You have different individuals. You have some people who want to read. I want to listen. I can relax. I can be in the tub listening, and I got my phone. I said, oh, I like what they said.
I might fall asleep if I'm in the tub listening. I ain't gonna lie.
You can be in bed before you go to sleep. When you first wake up, you're supposed to listen to something very motivational. Within the first 15 minutes when you wake up, that's how you set your day. I listen to Tony Robbins, or I listen to the Bible.
Damn it! I don't care. I watch SpongeBob.
No, it's different motivational speakers I listen to in the morning before I wake up. You can read the Bible.
So listen to this. When you're actually reading a book yourself. Okay, when you listen to these audio books, right? So these audio books, right? What is the tone from the is it a woman or a man?
Whatever the speaker is, it don't matter.
How is their tone? Is it just like one?
You gotta change it.
Yeah, it's different.
But you know when you're reading these books.
So wait. My question is, have you never listened to an audio book?
No, never.
So you can't judge an audio book if you never listened to one.
But check this out. When you're actually reading a book,
Yeah,
you have your own idea and you're using your imagination what these voices sound like in the book.
I'm not worried about what the voice sound like. I'm trying to get the message.
But that's using your brain too.
I'm using the brain too much.
I'm trying to read so many books. And like I sit there, I'm like, alright, I'm gonna read this character.
And then they switch and somebody else try to be that character.
I feel like when I'm reading my voice anyway.
But it depends on what you're reading.
Okay. So if we're reading a motivational book, okay, yeah.
But like stories.
That's what I was gonna say. Okay, so that was what I was gonna say. Like what Chanel just brought up a good point. If it's a motivational book, audio is great because you can be driving with it, you can be doing whatever. But I also want to point out in defense of the Audible because I wasn't there at first. I've never really listened to an Audible, but I can see how it has its benefits, right? I will say that another drink. Me too. Buy me a new cup. No, he's not. But I need one because it's cold. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Chanel. Dr. Chanel. Yeah. Where is Chanel? All right. But I will say that with Audibles, you said how you make up your own tone and do whatever. No. Oh, he was saying that when he's reading, he could do that. But with an Audible, hold on, guys. With an Audible, yeah. Because the camera's picking up all of that. With an Audible, we hear how it's intended to sound.
I'm still with the Audible.
Okay.
There we go. Dishes, you know.
Hey.
Yeah, you hear me.
Happy birthday, we do. We don't want to. Go ahead.
I'll be doing the dishes and we listen to some Audible.
I said we do, but we don't want to. So go ahead, Meeka. What you saying?
No, we hear how the tone is intended to sound. So we may be making up for not a motivational book, but for another book or whatever. Yeah, we may make up that. I haven't listened to an Audible at all. But he was saying like he can't see because in his head he uses his imagination. But in the Audible's defense,
because he has to get out his ways. He has the same thing that you said earlier. He got to get on his own. He got to get his. What you say earlier about get out? Whatever you said to me. Step out your box. Step out your damn box. The same thing you said to me earlier. What you used against me earlier. He got to get out of there. Your comfort zone. Get out your comfort zone.
Yeah, there you go.
And start listening to some Audibles. I always find a way to bring that shit back.
And when you're listening to an Audible, you're listening to it and like if it's biography, it's told like the person that's
experienced it. Right.
Not always, though.
No, they hire people, but they're telling you how they feel. Right. So it's been you're really feeling how the thing was.
The tone is you hear it in the tone it was intended to sound.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can read something like a text in a certain tone and be dead ass wrong.
I'm good for that.
So that's why a phone call is better because now you hear the tone that it was really delivered in. So Audible book might be a little bit better. Because you can put something in the tone that you feel like, or whatever mood you in, is the tone that you receive it in, and that's not the tone they're really giving it. So let's give it up for Audible books. It's okay to clap. They're free. Because when you read, alright Liz, whenever you read anything, it could be a text message, whatever, you can take a text message the wrong way based off of how you're feeling at the moment, and be like, well, I didn't really say it like that. Because you don't know. Somebody said Leos.
I'm good for that. I won't eat that because I'm very good for that.
But it depends on the person's tone. If I know you and you text me, I know your tone by now.
You don't always know your tone. You don't always know.
Because I may know if you say bitch. I know you say bitch.
But let me tell you that. Y'all talk about audio. Baby, it's 3:30 in the morning when I gotta go to work. I got time for that. I got time to think about Starbucks. Okay, Shirley.
But that's why you have to Audible.
I can't.
Well, so you're not gonna read either. Like that's what I'm saying. You're trying to pick one or the other. You definitely ain't got time to read if you go to Starbucks.
No, I gotta listen to music because baby, them people are just too much for me.
That's true. Okay, man.
Too much.
Okay, Shirley. Shirley ain't here for you.
So
happy birthday.
You have to be open. Right. Shout out to the birthday section. You have to be open to.
It's Aquarius season, I heard.
It ain't none of them Aquarius. But listen.
It's my half birthday. What's
good? She's a Gemini. She's a Gemini.
I said it's my half birthday.
Yeah, and 6 months from now
Alright,
is
Meeka,
June.
stop going back and forth.
6 months from now is June.
Right.
It's my half birthday, motherfucker. Y'all better.
Alright, happy birthday. So,
they come security coming to kick her out. Oh my God, this is crazy.
leave that alone. We can get back. So what you have to do basically is get out your comfort zone.
That's not a comfort.
It is. You're not trying something new, so that means you're like, I'm gonna stay here because I'm not used to this. So therefore you're in a comfort zone. Like, I'd rather just read and I'll interpret how I'm interpreted. However, you have somebody that's giving you the whole voice interpretation, the fluctuation of the voice to receive it.
How about this? How about you? No.
Do both. I read.
No, not even do both. Just try it. Try it, at least to say.
He had all this about it, but he never tried to. I can see me like at least tried it before, and I'm like, but you never even listen to all. Well, how are you so against it?
Mac gonna get on the ground. Yeah. You're gonna do some crawls and then you're gonna.
That is not the same.
Yeah,
it's the same.
That is not the same.
We both break them down.
I got on the ground before, so I know I don't like it. He never did audible voice. It's not the same. So now what? Try again, motherfucker. Not the same.
I like this.
You would never win me. Exactly. I have. Plenty of times. I know I don't like that shit.
Y'all arguing, I like this.
I like it. Not the same. It was close though.
Make that deal. So Raheem is going to actually let's give each other 30 days. So you're gonna work out with him. And you
how about you put me and Meeka on a 30-day challenge or something? Make us commit to something for 30 days.
How the hell I got in this shit?
Because it's Mac Meeka live.
Every
Because she just trying to negotiate something.
She was trying to negotiate something.
I was trying to help you out. So you didn't
help us out. Help us.
Yo, you out here too, so I'll be the mediator. You out here?
No, he's not out
He's in
here.
New York. He comes.
I'll be back. I'll be back soon.
Yo, when he come back, you gonna work it out. What's up?
I'm okay with that.
He's not coming back for a long time.
I'll be right back.
Yo, I'm
We're going to be in the Bahamas.
Yo, Max,
So wait.
I'll be down with the workout.
No, Larry is down with the workout because when I was doing the boxing thing, Meeka and Larry both come. Larry listens, so Larry was there a lot too.
Okay.
Chanel had been before. Trying to see the best. Meeka might have been.
Is Larry working out? Larry, you working out?
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah, Larry plays tennis with me too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I told him I want to come.
Larry's competitive.
Some tennis.
You want to get straight? I'm confused.
Chanel trying to kill me, y'all.
Oh.
I ain't never seen them make
You want half? No, I want it straight, but this is like.
Meeka drink shots. This is a middle thing.
This is
She's
a
like,
shot.
I don't need this
I don't know
shot.
what the fuck this is. This is like, do y'all see this?
It's mental, Meeka.
We had no
Meeka, you
communication
made me do
about
some
what
shit
you wanted.
yesterday.
But no, we did
I told you I
it.
can't eat
Shout out to
it.
Chanel again, guys. She did a great job.
Chanel.
What's up?
Yes.
Y'all ain't got to drink that all at once.
I'm not. I'm not trying to die tonight. I got a lot to look for. But no, I was trying to help Raheem out, like by saying he didn't have to listen to the audible right away. He had 30 days.
And I ain't got to do them burpees right away.
To be honest with you, I haven't finished a book in a while.
Not finish the book
So-
and you yell in front of my
But you know why?
Hello, Chanel.
Check this out. I want to tell you why.
Tell us why.
I've read enough books to hold me down for a while.
Why haven't you finished one?
Just moving around, just, you know.
You can move around on them flights with the boys. You can move around.
So let's get this right. Okay, so I just went. Okay, you know what though? I just went and bought.
Oh my.
Excuse
See,
me.
you know, I did it.
I just went and bought 2 books on Lincoln Road yesterday off somebody else standing out there, and he has a pretty interesting story too.
You gotta finish the books.
I'm going to finish.
That's the rule.
There's a volume 1, there's a volume 2, and there's a volume 3. I'm gonna finish them all.
When?
I don't know. Probably
He
about.
ain't even open them, y'all. But he had the audible. He had the audible. He can listen to it around here. He can listen to it laying down. Taking
Volume 1, right?
Shit. Hell yeah. On the flight back, had your earphones on, had your phone, riding back to New York, listen to the part like, yeah, but okay.
So I'd rather exercise my brain to read the words, the actual words.
I feel like your brain is still being.
It's still processing.
Yeah, it's still processing. It's like you're gaining knowledge. Like a school teacher gives you knowledge. Like everything you get isn't from a book from a teacher. And teachers teaching you things on the board. So therefore,
that's what I'm saying. What is your?
That was literally what she was sitting here saying the whole time. It's like a school teacher.
okay.
Shout out to the teacher.
Right. So it's like that's what it is. So it's like everything's not a book all the time. Sometimes you gotta verbalize things for people.
I I mean, this is the thing. As people, we became real lazy.
You feel like that's lazy because you don't want to really read it?
It is.
I want to listen to it?
It is. It's like everything
I
is so...
still read, ladies and gentlemen, the Word. Because that ain't on Audible, so I read the Word.
That is an audio book.
But I read it.
Why you choose to read that?
Because it's like a daily thing, so I just read it. I get up, that's what I do, I read it.
Okay, cool. I accept that.
I read, hello?
Like for me, I'm dyslexic.
Okay.
So to me, a lot of times
Don't run your family, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there, I'll be trying to read it, I'm like...
Okay.
Right.
And it would just take way too long. I could read it and understand it.
Okay.
And come back and answer the questions on it. But sometimes it just takes too long. So I want to.
You have different learners. You have an audio learner. You have a visual learner. I'm really more of a visual. So if you want to show me like how to do a dance move and all that shit, I'm a visual person. Don't tell me how to do it. Let me just see how it's supposed to go, and I can pick it up. But when it comes to certain things, like you have to just know who you are. If you want me to like hear something that I'm interested in, I gotta listen. I'll listen to it. You can't tell me about it. Like if I'm interested, I feel like I learned it. I feel like I'm more of a visual. But I feel like if it's something I'm into, I'll learn it either way.
Yeah. I think that's what most people, they're really into. They learn it fast.
Yeah, no matter which way.
But some of these books I'm into, but it's like, do I feel like reading all these damn pages? No, I'll listen to them and I'll take notes.
Yeah, because you don't want to read it. You might listen.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
But I'm getting the same notes. You've seen all my notes too.
I seen your notes.
And there was a lot of them.
I don't know about those notes though.
What you mean? They was key like points.
Those notes are an investigation. Ain't that right, Meeka?
She don't know.
He's a bully, guy.
No.
She don't know. Right, I don't know. I can't even answer.
Because he don't know either. That's not even me.
He was able to multitask. He was able to listen.
Listen and write and type. Look.
Thank you.
What happened? You was just reading. You couldn't take notes. Unless you had a highlighter. Like, I like this part. I'm able to listen and take notes. Like, I like this part. Let me run it back. So I can hear exactly what they said. Right. I can rewind it back to the part that I really like. Like, oh shit, that was good. And take my little notes. It's really being embedded at that point. Right.
Okay.
That's one of his.
That's like when you have a professor and they're giving a lecture, like you're taking notes. Like that's how I look at it. Like
Technically processing the information twice.
Exactly.
You're listening, but you're also writing it down. So now you're actually.
Hello.
From the teacher in the
Thank
back.
you very much. This light is bright. I can't see you, but I hear you.
Why is she here right now?
She needs to be. Thank you. I really like taking it in. So I probably took it in twice as much as he did, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, man.
Because he ain't sitting there with no highlighter like or stuff that he really like.
Oh yeah, I use a highlighter.
Okay. All the time?
I haven't read anything. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't read anything. Okay, so when I'm doing let's not say I haven't read because even now when I go into my training books, as you see, I got DVC certification during the quarantine.
Yeah.
I went and got that, so that's reading. I highlight, I study, I do everything. I do my research.
But if somebody refers you to a book, that was something you were interested in, so that's different. So if somebody refers like, you should read this book, you're not going to take that same intensity into something like that's something you want to do for yourself.
Yeah.
But somebody
that's
like,
my interest.
Oh, exactly. So you're going to be more interested in that and reading that and taking a highlight for that. But if somebody said, you should check this book out, you're like, oh, okay, and you'll read it, but not with the same emotion.
I am going to have the same enthusiasm.
No, you're not.
I am. I will.
You just say you ain't finished your book in how long?
Right.
Stop. Listen, you had me for a minute. I had your back, but you like, come on. You gotta keep it 100, like every step.
I haven't had.
He being competitive right now at this point.
I haven't had. I'm a Virgo, so it's like, where my Virgo at? There we go.
Oh my God.
Listen.
Ain't no Libras in here.
Listen. I haven't had anyone recommend a good book to me. I haven't had anyone recommend a good book to me lately.
Well, I got a bunch in my Audible collection.
I got a few of his notes.
Sure do.
Let's see which one got the most notes. That's the one that you read first. right?
Even Sean T book is in there. The fitness book. Like I had that in there too. Like
you got notes on that one?
Hell yeah.
But you know what? That book on how to win friends and influence people, I have that book.
Have you read
it? Did you read it?
It doesn't matter if you ain't read it.
That's what you recommend it? Do you recommend it?
You ain't see all these notes?
But do you recommend it?
Yes.
I was gonna say the more notes,
but
the
if
more
you
you
ain't
like
read
it.
it, if you don't read it, it doesn't make sense. Like
okay. If you recommend it, I'll crack it open.
You see all these notes? You see all these notes? You can just read anything out of these notes.
Self-expression is a dominant necessity of human nature. Give people a feeling of importance. When we have a brilliant idea, instead of making others feel like it's ours, let them cook and stir it themselves, and then they will regard it as their own, and will make it, and will like it. Principle 1: don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Principle 2: be honest, sincere appreciation. Principle 3: arouse in the other person an ego 1.
I like Principle 3.
Thank you.
You can make more friends by becoming interested in other people than trying to make them interested in you.
Hello. Read this again for the people in the back who ain't here. Hold on. All right, people in the back, hold on. Wait. Let's say it again.
This one.
The same one. I want you to read again for the people in the back, but I don't need them to yell.
Okay. Let's hear this, ladies.
Let's do your best.
You want to hear this, ladies? You can make more friends by becoming interested in other people than trying to make them interested in you.
People want you to engage in them. Right. They don't want to hear about you. They want to be able to let off. Like, yeah. So, if y'all realize, I ask people like, well, tell me about you. And because now I'm being concerned, but I really do want to know about you because I want to know how to deal with you. So I always ask what your sign is. I always ask like, okay, like what's it? Because I want to know how to deal with your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't deal with everybody the same way. One thing you can't do is have the same. You can't have the same tact with everybody. So you got to know who you're dealing with, and then from there you have to operate. Listen, find our friends' birthdays. Become genuine interested in other people.
A smile is welcoming.
Smile is welcoming.
Your smile even comes through in your voice over the phone.
That's what people tell me. I tell you all the time.
Shout out to my motherfucking notes, because I don't know what they talk about. Hold up.
That sounds like you put you press the dictation and put that phone next to the audio book.
Oh my God, I typed these notes.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
Oh, you a hater? I really typed these notes. I really was rewinding this shit and they tried to word for word. He tried to take away from me.
Don't show him how you put it up under the thing.
I didn't know how to do that. Right.
You know how, come on.
I don't.
Let me see what other books you have here.
Hold on, I'm going to another book.
You gotta hide the books.
Oh, now you're interested in the book that you don't read. Hold up.
You got any of the dishes in there?
Who?
Oh, Tasha's book, Dr.
Oh, no, not yet.
Yes.
You gotta read that book. Matter of fact, we're gonna send you.
Tell them real quick about It Ain't the Dishes.
We'll send you that book. What is it?
But just tell them and just like give them an overview of what it's about. Because some people might be in here going through it.
Larry ain't in it yet.
Now you might be better with it, but now I understand. I was there for the whole process,
Yeah.
so I understand the whole book. I know all the chapters.
So let's talk about it real quick. A synopsis.
Synopsis. Basically, it's about.
Listen to the people in the back. She is lit back there.
Hello.
She's doing it.
She's long too.
So basically, it's a book basically like discussing like where certain issues between certain couple relationships, where they might be arguing about the dishes, knowing that it's really not the dishes. Okay. Saying that there might be underlying issues while you're really arguing about the dishes. Okay. So it might not be the dishes, it might not be the remote control. Yeah. There's all different chapters of the book, so it might not be taken out the book.
But it ain't the damn dishes. So y'all thoughts started over the dishes, but it wasn't the damn dishes. So it was your ass ain't fucking come home when you said you would, and da. But now I'm gonna start arguing over the dishes. Like, why are the dishes still in here? It ain't the dishes.
That's my girl's book.
We need that one. We need that one.
Dr. Tasha.
We need that one.
Don't book. It helps you to understand a lot of issues that you think you might
underlying issues.
But you're not really arguing about that issue.
Right.
So it's a good deep book. I think you might like it.
Cool. I'll take a look at it.
And we're supposed to be working on the audio version.
I'll read it.
And I listen. But I got the book too, y'all. I'll read it.
You're not gonna be the one dictating, right?
I'm gonna get you a real copy of the book.
Now you got bitches and dishes. It ain't me.
So okay. So all right, one more thing. So I found another book. So my friend Sean T has a book. He's a trainer as well. And I took notes on his shit. And you can feel free to read some of these too. That's a lot. But I wrote some notes. Turn your struggle into strength. Key to diet. The mind controlling it. Scheduling workouts. Setting goals. Having a workout crew. I developed a workout crew, but at this point I don't need their ass no more because I've been doing this shit so long without their ass. But at the beginning I started with a workout crew.
I think you still got a workout crew though.
With tennis, yeah, I do. But I fought like when I go to the gym with the trainer.
So who's in the workout crew?
Larry's in my tennis workout crew, but I had like certain people that was in my workout crew that I worked out with.
Okay.
And they helped me, but then when I got to a certain point, it now just became like a regular thing. It became like a habit. Yeah, we did no, and I had to develop that. Like, do this helps. In order to advance,
Never been there.
You have to be uncomfortable, yeah. Release resentment. 85% healthy, 15% fun food intake wise. Find more adventurous friends. That's important. Those are people who are comfortable with discomfort.
Hello.
If you want to change your output, you gotta change your input.
We are the average. This is one thing that even Miss Betty Rachel said to me. We are the average of the 5 closest people to us. Are they negative or positive? Who are the 5 closest people to you? Because the 5 closest people is the average. That's your average. So whoever you communicate with, that's your top 5. That's what she always say. That's your top 5.
Betty White is still alive.
I said Betty Wright.
Betty White is still alive.
All right, lady.
Betty White. Too much. Betty White is still alive. That hoe is still.
All right.
Too much liquor for you.
Yeah. So yeah. So your top 5. You're the average of your top 5. So the top 5 people that you spend the most time with, you're the average of them. So you have to look at them and say, are they negative, positive? Do they encourage you, influence you, whatever? Like you're the average of them, because that's who you spend the most time with. And subliminally, that's what you're going to start leaning to. So even if you're around negative people, you're going to start leaning. You're going to keep being like that. Positive people, whatever. But if it's a half and half, it's like you got to figure it out. But you're the average of your top 5.
That's why I had to change my circle.
Distance from Debbie Downers.
I hate those.
Focus on what you're doing instead of how you look doing it. Haters gain power from pain. I don't know. Are you gonna help me read these?
Yeah, I can help you. You used to listening, so I know you're not used to reading. See?
I am. I'm reading these.
That's why you asked me to help you. You used to that audio book.
I mean, well, we're getting onto the whole.
He wants me to say it like the audio book. All right, let's go.
Haters are hot emotions, so be cool or make a recommendation to make them better. Be the listener. Ask a hater why they feel that way. So instead of fighting fire with fire, be the cool individual and say, hey, you don't like what I understand why.